The following program is intended for mature audiences.
And now, on with the show.
That's it.
All three podcasts.
Let's get to our people here. Oh shit! I gotta switch these real quick.
I think we should start it the
Thunder
best
the
way
Snake.
possible.
Hey,
Oh, yes.
Hey, welcome
That's
to
right.
the Thunder the Snake podcast.
That's right.
Fuck yes.
Skid up on
I
the-
am your host, Jay Quinn, aka Ricky Rattle. This is my co-host, Mason, aka
Walter Moccasin.
Walter Mathau Moccasin. My other co-host, Andy Conda.
Andy Conda.
We call him Kyle. We're here with our special guests from the Off the Record podcast,
Thank you.
Bob and Jerry,
Thank you. Thank you for having us.
and Tammy in the background.
It's nice to be here.
Yeah, how
It's
y'all
a-
guys doing?
Good. It's a nice place you got set up. I like the.
Did you prep that shit?
He's got notes over here. I'm like, my man showed
You got
up
a
with
fucking
notes.
teleprompter over
He's like,
there.
this is the last time I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna pull my pants down, and fucking let it all hang out. Here we go.
That is a first for having someone introduce us as opposed to the other way around. So thank you.
And you got our names right. Appreciate that.
well,
yeah.
Hell
well,
yeah.
you got 1/3.
Pretty close.
No, so you got 2/3 of us.
Yeah.
Jay, put your pants back on.
You ever hear
I
the,
gotta go to the bathroom.
the Theo Vaughn bit where he talks about going to the prestigious? What is it? He's like, and the next morning I have to go to the prestigious Bob Thornton and so, two people I admire greatly. As soon as you said Jerry and Bob, I was like, oh, yeah, that's what he's talking about. But I'll take it up during a break and tell you all about it. But
So yeah, we got a fucking killer show, and I got a surprise for these fellas. I hope.
Oh, that's right.
my
Yeah, you told
God.
me you have surprises.
Oh my god! I hope this
I like
works
surprises.
out.
Is it somebody from our past?
Maybe.
It's
Maybe.
the ghost of Thunder Past, isn't it?
Possibly.
Oh, shit. This
Excuse
is
me.
good. Can we fucking cuss?
Yes.
Okay.
Fuck no.
you're late to the party.
Yeah. Well,
I didn't know if this was gonna be different.
How can you not?
it's yeah. I mean,
you
it's a
know,
kid show.
we
For fuck's sake.
string together a tapestry of
Fuckery.
delectable. Yeah, we'll call
Um,
it adjectives, descriptive language.
Yes, very good. All right.
Nash Bros.
English major
No,
amongst
wish.
it.
He can say them, but he can't spell them.
Yeah, I can say terms like soliloquy.
So adjective is one that always tripped me up. Is adjective.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
you know, I just found out. You know, not to be on the. You want to let them know about it?
Well, we let them know about.
Tell them about the cheese.
Oh,
It puff.
oh, we're
There,
puffing,
Kyle.
guys.
We're puffing. We're puff
All right.
passing.
All right.
If you will.
So, we're cheesers here. These are some Cheez-It Puffs. To puff pass here.
we got what were those called?
Puff, puff, give, Smokey.
A
We got
munch right.
Munch Rights. These are
Munch
cheddar and sour
Rights.
cream
Want to
baked puffs.
get your munch on?
Those are the bougie ones because they're like,
Oh, these can stay.
okay,
These can stay.
pray that's that next level.
All right, yeah.
Then you got your traditional puff.
Oh, party foul.
Real problem.
That's
Traditional
That's
puff from SE Grocer, which is Winn-Dixie. Or what's that thing? Save a lot, thrift a lot, whatever it is.
Yeah.
So you did
Food
some
and
traveling. You did some
Yeah,
traveling
I,
for
I
those
hit
puffs.
every Dollar Tree, every,
Rob, will you hit us with the big winner,
and
please?
then this is
Right behind you.
the cheese doodles.
Oh,
This is your classic. But then listen, if it ain't German, you ain't doing cheesing right.
wait.
And Oots. Oots is German for
Come
cheese
on,
ball.
there
you
it
gotta
is.
get it. You gotta get it going, bud.
There it is. There you go. Get up in there.
Here we are. There we are. If you know, you know. If you don't, you're wrong.
So this man over here is relapsing. You guys, if you guys don't know what I'm talking about, you got to go to Thunder Snake page. It's in the comments or in the description. And he had an issue, a little bit of an issue once. So
So there was a.
wish you well, buddy.
I went and bought all these because we had. So part of the Thunder the Snake thing is we play mediocre music, but we try to entertain people social media wise, right?
Yeah.
So we come up with like these content ideas, and you don't realize like I've only had like a what is that thing TikTok account for like less than a month, and I'm just like, there are people on TikTok that are just like, they're saying weird stuff, and you're just like, they just want attention. Okay, cool. I'm not going to pay them attention, but I'm going to make up some silly content. And I came up with this idea with all the cheese balls. We did like a blind taste test with Kyle doing them, where he's like got a blindfold on, and he takes a cup and he tells us what cheese ball it is, and we go all the way down, and then he gets to the last one, and somebody rips a toot in the cup and then hands it to him and he smells the cup of cheese, and he's like, ugh! And we ended up
Great
not
cheese.
going with it because
Oh.
Kyle thought we
Yeah.
were really going to fart in a cup. We would really subject you to that.
I think you would.
I would.
I totally would.
I think
Can't
Jay or
fart.
Shane would.
Can't fart on command.
Have
Yeah,
you,
yeah,
here's a
Somebody will shit in that cup.
That's why Shane's not here.
question for the panel: have you ever cup of cheese somebody?
No.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I have not. That was a new concept to me.
You don't know about cup of cheese?
I know now.
Can I paint a picture of the most epic tag team cup of cheese that has ever happened? Probably in North Florida, if not the history of America.
Are we talking about Stretch?
Oh no, that was a
Oh,
good one.
well, okay. I want to go
I'm-
back to that one because that's one I've
I'm
ever
waiting.
heard.
I'm waiting
No,
to see
this
where
is
this
where
is
it's
going.
So
I'm not sure where this
for all
is
y'all
going.
listening at home, a cup of cheese is when one person flatulates in their hand and then applies that hand towards an unsuspecting nostril, and that person is forced to inhale the flatulence from the finger from the hand. Cup of cheese. Wah, cup of cheese. And you're supposed to yell cup of cheese after you do it. My wife and I are at my Christmas party. You know that Christmas party, not the official one where it's like, hey, this is the bank owner, Mr. Whatever the hell, and you have to be prim and proper. It's that Christmas party where it's like we're in a double wide trailer with, Becky from accounting, and, we're getting down having a good time. So coworker goes up, picks up another coworker, and my wife and this coworker got to be pretty good buddies. And my wife sack taps the guy that picks my coworker up, and he bends down. And as he bends down, I cup of cheese. I was like, he gets nut shotted and goes, oh, and then I go, wow, cup of cheese, and then he literally passes out. To this day, everybody talks about it, and it happened probably 8 or 9 years ago.
I still think the
Much
best
love,
thing
Brian
is
Cutcliffe.
That's a cup
his
of cheese.
Stretch. Couldn't he actually throw it?
So, I have a.
Thunder the cheese, everybody.
So this is a Tales from the Road 27 South edition. I had a friend. So I worked at the YMCA as a summer camp counselor for years, and I would make friends with people that were younger than me because you're working at a summer camp.
Yeah,
and you're like,
at the YMCA. Yeah.
right, at the YMCA.
Yep.
So like these are junior counselors. So I'm in college. This kid's like in high school. As soon as he turns like 18, at the time we make a run to like Nashville, and I say, "Hey man, what are you doing this weekend?" He's like, "I don't know. What's up?" I was like, "You want to be a roadie?" He's like, "What's a roadie?" I was like, "Just help us load our shit. Take a free trip to Nashville." And he's like, "Y'all are playing Nashville?" I was like, "Yeah, we're not country music, bud. This is a metal band. Nashville probably isn't ready for us, but here we go." We show up, and this guy is taller than all of us. The tallest guy in 27 South on their best day was like 5'10". Stretch is like 6'5", and he was 6'5" since he was like 15 years old. So he figured out this way that he could cup a cheese and he could throw that shit. So like
Hadouken.
he'd be like hooping, if you will. He'd be like, "What? Cup of cheese," and you'd be like, "Oh!" and it hit you in the face. So he hit a couple of us in Nashville. So good times.
So if anybody's wanting to come hang out at the practice space,
Now you know about a cup of cheese.
I think I had something to do that night. Like I need to wash my hair,
Yeah.
or I might have some paint.
Your hair
So-
is looking glorious. When you
Yeah.
walked up at first, I was like, rest in peace, Robbie Coltrane. But if they ever fire up the fucking Harry Potter thing again, we got a new Hagrid.
Bro, the joke was that I was going to do Hagrid.
You could fucking pull it off.
Yeah, yeah.
Like I said, though, that's too easy. You got to do
Listen, it
something.
doesn't need to be easy, bro. Listen, you got to roll with what you got.
Yeah.
And glorious, perfect textbook Hagrid. If I'm him, I'm walking around with a fucking umbrella. I might fucking show up to a place and on
Doesn't
a
he have a
motorcycle.
scooter or something?
He has a
Yeah.
motorcycle. It's an
Yeah,
enchanted
little
motorcycle.
scooter.
You want to test my nerdum?
Please.
Anyway, also working at the YMCA, I hated Harry Potter because the kids were like, "I'm gonna read this book." I was like, "Get your ass outside, let's build a campfire." And they're like, "No, I'm gonna read this book." Get with my wife, and she's like, "Oh, I love Harry Potter." I was like, "That is the devil's book." And she's like, "Oh, I'll read one," and I read one, and I was like, "Okay, these are good." And I read another one, and then I became obsessed with it.
Yep.
So,
And now you're a Satanist.
pretty much, yeah.
Yeah.
That's how it works. So,
Makes sense.
other than that, cup of cheese.
Cup of cheese.
No, going back to things we used to do on the road. God, we would we would actually
Gas
eat
station.
the worst gas station food that we possibly could to try to make each other like just put each other in
Are we
a
talking sushi?
I'm talking like chili cheese dogs off the
Oh.
rollers
Corn,
in like
yeah,
a
corn
gas
dogs
station
on
you've
top of it.
never heard of.
You
And
got
the roll-
points for extra, like the extra gross that you put on it. You got extra points for it. So it'd be like chili cheese dog. If they had like, we went to a place that had like fucking gravy.
Yeah.
Just set up in the middle of the afternoon, and you put a ladle of gravy on top of that, extra points. If you ate something that was like corn nuts, extra points.
So I know it's been years, but did y'all ever tell Shane that game's over? Because I think he's still doing it. Yeah.
One of the best stories, there's a picture floating around somewhere. We would play Tipton, and I think I told the story about Jeff Hill, dude from The Machinist, hardcore band out of Valdosta. But Jeff Hill used to do all the booking in Tipton, and he would book us from Tallahassee, and he would always he made sure that we got
Crazy ass.
a good door. And like hardcore kids hated 27 South, but we would get a good chunk of money from the door. And then after the shows in Tifton, you went to the Walmart because it was open 24/7. And Jeff would always put us up at his house. And it was a battle of impaired 27 South members spending our paycheck at Walmart on things you had no business eating. And there, if you ever watch, what was that show, Frylock and Shake and
Man versus food.
Hunger Force,
Aqua Teen Hunger
Aqua
Force.
Teen Hunger Force, the Brood Witch, Shane would make these little bitty sandwiches of just awful. It's like a powdered donut, a fucking Totino's pizza roll, a fucking Pringle. He put whipped cream on there, and like he would make these Brood Witches and eat them. That's probably, I don't know why that guy's not dead yet.
Is it like a race to the first one that shit your pants wins
Pretty much.
and loses at the
I
same
think the
time?
coolest thing we ever found in a Walmart was the 30-pack of Keystone Light. We found these and we bought 2 of them, and we had to buy a cooler, and we bought this like collapsible cooler. It was
Yeah.
cool as shit, and we put them all in there, filled it full of ice, and then it took 4 of us to get it back into the car.
Yeah, it held
like
72 beers.
It was we couldn't lift it up.
Best money. I think we were on the road. We were in Thomasville, and then we had some weird run. Like we would book our runs in this weird. It'd be
Where
like
did we find the 24-ounce PBRs?
that was Earth Sound Studios.
That was in
Best.
Valdosta.
Valdosta. I know Trial by Stone just got done recording with Lee Dice. If you're a local band and you can't afford to get in anywhere else, get on the list with Lee Dice. He is a fucking magician. If you go way back, everybody and their mama, you could look at everything he's produced. He doesn't put out like, normally you go to a studio and gotta record your stuff, and he'll just give you the copies and then you send it to a master. Well, Lee knows that most cats that show up to this will do the master, or they'll take his recordings and just put them out there. And he's like, well, that makes me look bad. So Lee actually like does some mastering ahead of time and doesn't at the time. He might have changed, but he used to not charge you, and your shit would come out sounding better if he just touched it than getting a recording from Insert Studio and going. But we ended up at this place and we bought a flat. And what a flat is of beer, if you've ever sold beer, is 24 cans, but it was 24 cans of 24-ounce PBRs. So it's 2 cases
Yeah.
of PBRs, and it was only like $9.99.
Hell yeah.
And Lee puts you up. He's like, listen, while you're waiting, here's a refrigerator, here's a PlayStation, here's a TV, whatever. When you're waiting to record your stuff, he's got this lobby, and like we packed his entire refrigerator full of it. And oddly enough, somehow we made it through the recording, but that was pretty amazing.
Speaking of making your shit sound good, do you think he still does that?
Yes.
Are we talking
What's
about the cup of cheese?
No. So I think at request he will put a condenser mic in the bathroom
Amber Callis did that.
Yes, they did.
and let
Jason,
you.
what's his
Lang-
name? Not Lancaster. Who's anyway? They took a condenser mic similar to this, applied it to the restroom where somebody defecated, and the things you could hear of the human anus is disturbing.
It's almost like you could hear the stretching.
You could literally, it's like a lot of snap, crackle, and pop of disgusting. So,
Little jingle of the car keys, all kinds of shit.
Yeah.
what is that kid's name? Jason something. Anyway,
Oh shit, we got chats real quick.
Oh yeah, we
man.
probably have some people
there's Uncle
watching.
Buck.
Look at this, Buck. What's up, fam?
Hey, speaking of
Hey, buddy.
Try My Stone,
That's right.
Yeah, we're looking forward to
James says,
November.
welcome.
Show at the Warthog, if you will, or water, or on the river.
Buck is correct.
Oh,
Those
yeah,
locks
look at that
are
fucking-
glorious.
Dude, that drip right there.
Oh,
Dude,
Listen.
had I known, I would have spent another fucking couple $100 on lighting just to catch them. Just to catch
That's just straight up.
If I get a moment during the show, I
Man.
might just get a Mason Locks cam set up.
It's
Look at
pretty
the
good.
natural curls.
What? Yeah.
it's the sheen.
Yeah. You got to watch out.
How is
That-
it on the overhead?
Oh, look at that.
Oh, there it is.
It's
There's the
Look at
one.
that. Slide up in your mom's DMs and get.
Why don't you take your man bun out and let your locks down?
We'll do it. We'll do it.
Yeah.
I'm embarrassed with those. Look at that. He's got all that fancy hair, and mine's probably.
Listen, man,
Yeah,
I'm
but
a
you know what he
silverback
has to
gorilla.
go through to
Yeah,
to,
it
to
takes
make
a
him
lot.
look that good.
Oh, your hair is delightful, though. Look at that. You're like a redneck.
That's
samurai.
Thunder the Jesus.
That's
Thunder the Savior.
Thunder the Savior. Redneck samurai.
Oh, shit. Smith says, what's up, guys? What up, Smith?
Howdy.
Blood pressure. Good to see you.
And she asked if there's enough snacks on the table.
No.
Actually,
No.
we had to,
We wanted
we had
to.
to
Well, we
remove
can't even
some.
show all the snacks.
Well, the pizza's still in the car.
Yeah, we had to remove some. All the cheese.
all the cheds.
Jesus.
Buck says,
Chaz
Buck
mix.
says that's got to be an emoji or something. Probably a poop.
Knowing Buck
He is
probably
speechless.
it's probably an
yeah, Buck ain't
eggplant.
got shit to say.
So fun. I know it's come up a couple times. Buck is one of my childhood best friend's brother-in-law. So, like,
Hold on, I'm still doing the math on that.
okay, my childhood
Good.
best friend,
Twice
Yeah.
removed.
who actually was an original guitar player in 27 South, Denny Garver, is Buck's, if not soon to be, will be at some point in time, brother-in-law. And he also played in Trial by Stone.
Do you know that me and Denny are related?
Did
you ever
I
know
mean, I
that?
could see it. No, I'm just kidding.
We're like second or third cousins.
That means you guys can get married in
Yeah.
Florida.
Yeah. I mean,
Oh, congratulations.
yeah. I'm a lesbian, though.
Other fun
That's
thing
what's up.
though is Denny's mom was friends with my mom growing up, so they were childhood friends. And that's the weird thing is like childhood friends with, and then I was friends with Denny. Same thing with like Shane's mom and my mom were childhood friends, and on no purposeful whatever we end up being friends and being in a band together. So
Yes,
love
I think
Steakhouse.
Denny's grandpa is like my great uncle.
oh yeah, the guy that was in the Klan
Probably.
probably.
We were
No, I'm
all
just kidding.
racist
I
back
have
then.
no
I mean, they were all racist back then.
Back then, it was normal to be a piece of. No, I'm just kidding. I'm sorry.
back when at a certain age, the N word wasn't like. It was just natural.
No, never.
That
been.
N word,
Never.
natural.
Oh,
Like,
natural.
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah. it
Natural
was,
light.
Back then,
Yeah.
natural
Light.
light.
Natural.
Natural
That was back in his
light
natural
was-
light days.
I see
You
where
know,
you're going.
not saying that natural light is good these days. Like,
Oh,
you
yeah.
can't just go walk around saying natural light.
In
It-
hindsight,
it's
natural light has
all
never
cannons.
been okay.
It's never.
It
been
really
okay.
isn't. People that understand, they're like Bush Light is a superior light beer to natural light. Nobody, well, only people that
Low
drink.
calories.
Right? Yeah. I mean, tastes better. Anyway,
Sometimes it's got a funk smell to it, but it's still delicious.
has that ever stopped you?
That could
I'm
be
still
the
drinking it right now.
that
Amen.
could be the cup of cheese.
Amen.
It
Oh,
could be.
yeah.
Oh,
Did you
that-
cup, did you cup
that-
of cheese
sorry.
in my beer?
I did not.
Can you do that though?
Could you
that,
cup a cheese of
What
beer?
that sound like?
You could probably.
Oh, I'm gonna try to do that at Shane in the next
You
practice.
could probably rip one in the can, and then, but then they'd be You wouldn't get the smell part.
No, you get the taste.
I'm not sure if it's real, but
Yeah,
I
I
saw a
think this beer went
TikTok
bad.
where this guy would fart
All of a
back,
sudden, I want a fresh one.
and then he would like hold on to him for like so long.
It's
He would
closed
write
up.
the
Here you
date
go.
on it, and then he would like pop it right in his face.
That would be bad.
I didn't exactly cup of cheese somebody today, but I was in the men's room at work, by the way.
It's fair
And-
that you can do anything.
And I'm taking
As
care of
long
my
as you're
business
keeping
and
your eyes on
everything.
your own work.
And I see a guy come into the bathroom, stop for a second, and then walk his ass right back out the other way.
So you were doing work.
So your stall door is open. That's how you saw this. Is that why you left?
No,
Because
Well,
it's-
the toilets were full, so he was in the urinal.
You know what I don't like, and
And
I'm
I'm flushed down easy.
and it's the same everywhere
This
you
seat's
go.
really small.
It is the bathroom at Target. If you have to go number 2 there and you're sitting down, they put that mirror all the way across the room where you have to watch yourself. I don't
Think
like
about
it.
your life.
I don't like it. I don't like pooping at Target.
I've always wanted to put a clock in my bathroom, just so I can like see, like look up and be like, "Damn, it's been 30 minutes. I need to like."
No wonder my legs are
It's,
smooth.
it's actually, if I recall, in the Off the Record podcast studio bathroom, there is a mirror on the bathroom, on the floor.
Yeah, I never did hang that up, and you can sit there and contemplate your life and be
The
like,
key is to make eye
be
contact
like,
with
how did I
yourself
get here? How
and
did this
watch
happen?
yourself exercise the demons. And apparently that's a mind-altering thing.
Yeah,
Joe Rogan was talking about that.
We'll have to
It's-
we'll have to get Stacey Brown Jr.
it's
hook us
it's
up.
almost like having sex in front of a mirror. Almost.
I hope not.
The worst thing you've ever seen.
I don't want any part of it.
You do you, man.
I ain't going to judge, man. You butter your bread the way you do it, man. I'm just gonna hang out over here, brother.
Shit. You guys ready for a question?
Sure,
That'd
yeah.
be fun.
All right. Samantha asks, name a childhood silly thing that you would still love doing other than farting in your hand and stuffing it in a friend's face.
I still watch myself in that. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Childhood. Man, I'm trying to think.
I still finger paint.
Okay.
Right, that's pretty solid. Yeah, I mean,
Do you really?
still do it?
Oh, yeah,
What's
100%.
something that you don't do that you would? love to do?
yeah.
That I don't do that I would love to do, like that I did as a child.
Yeah.
Ooh,
I don't know. Ask my wife. I'm pretty much still a child.
I'm going to go way back. Shit in my pants and have somebody else clean.
Ooh.
Just kidding. That's
What's
a
up?
horrible
Hell yeah.
answer.
No, that's
So,
a good answer.
Just speaking of things that you don't do now that you miss doing as a child, I do miss that nostalgia of going to fucking Blockbuster or whatever
Oh,
And
now
yeah.
you're talking, yeah.
and,
Something out.
and picking up a fresh movie or new fucking video game on goddamn Friday night and hitting Hungry Howie's and getting the fucking pizza. And now it's like, I'm 40. I can do that shit on a fucking
And
Tuesday
you don't.
now.
Isn't that crazy?
Yeah.
I miss
Y'all
going to
don't.
like Vinyl Fever or going to a CD store, and it was like,
Exactly.
this is the hot new music thing.
Yes.
And you're flipping through, and Lyle, the new clerk, didn't find that last CD that was marked $9.99, where they
Yep.
could like bump the sales, and everything is up to like $14.99. And you find the $9.99, you take it up to the counter. I miss that.
Yeah.
I miss buying CDs.
Yeah.
Yeah, I
yeah.
loved having the media like in my hand, like reading the book, and the books that had like stories, and they had lyrics, and they had pictures.
Do y'all still have your CDs?
Absolutely.
I have, yeah,
No.
they're all
yeah.
boxed up,
Yeah.
but I still have
I
them.
probably
Oh,
have
no way.
4,000 fucking CDs. I get boxes upon boxes of them.
I like specifically whenever like I switched and got Spotify like an adult. Spotify's an app where you listen to music.
Fuck you,
But
My
ba-
computer.
basically,
I
like I was
download my
listening
shit.
to Lucero album the other day, and I'm like, I never heard the second song of this track on this album because my CD was scratched.
Yeah.
And I heard it for the first time, and I'm like, I listened to this album for years.
I think
and
that's
never
what I
heard that
miss the
song.
most about CDs is you listen to the whole thing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You wouldn't like sit there like, especially and what's cool for me is like I'll listen to like an album, and it takes me back to a time.
Absolutely.
And like
Yes.
I remember like when what's one album, for example? CKY, Infiltrate, Destroy,
Mm.
Rebuild. I love that album. To this day, I love that album. But it also, I have memories to that album where, like, I would leave my buddy Nate's house in 1, 2 o'clock in the morning after we were up hanging out all night and just partying and driving home and, like, listening to that album, like, on the way home. Like, I just, I think that's the cool thing about albums also. Like, it kind of brings back memories. Because, like, you wouldn't put in a CD, listen to one song, and then pop it out and throw in another CD and listen to one song and then pull out a CD, pop out,
there's no random shuffle.
Yeah.
No
And
fucking
then those
arthritis
cool people
commercials.
that came along that had the disc changers in their trunks, like, but
And to piggyback on that, I think that's one of the hardest parts for me to get like into newer bands. So like if you were like, hey, name your top 5 metal bands, on it's probably going to be 5 metal bands that were big in the early 2000s,
Yep,
and people would be
absolutely.
like, well, what about this band? I'm like, I'm usually like, it's just Diet this, or it's a shitty version of that.
Yeah.
And you can't get into it. And it's same thing with like hip hop. I was really big into hip hop, early 90s hip hop, fantastic stuff. Now I'm like, every once in a while I'll find somebody that I'm like, okay, I can get down with that.
There is one metal band that I am absolutely loving, Spirit Box.
I'll have to check that out.
Yeah,
Yes.
really, it's, I guess you could say metalcore, I guess,
Dude,
but I
Kills
Ben showed me them the
yeah,
other day.
exactly.
okay.
Yeah.
And to that effect, I do still get excited about new music. Lamb of God just put out a new album, and it just fucking kills.
Really? Because
It is
the one
really
previous to
goddamn
that
good.
without Chris was like,
No, and you know what? I really felt like their music was getting kind of stale.
It was
To me,
the
a
same
little
3
bit.
albums
It was
last.
the same 3 shit. This new album, I'm loving it.
That's good. I'll have to
Absolutely
check
fucking
that out.
loving it.
So for me, like, I still listen to albums like a full album.
Yeah.
Like, and if someone releases a single, I'm not gonna listen to it. I'm gonna wait till there's
Yep.
an album or at least like a 6-song EP or something like that.
Yep.
Because a lot of times, like, say for us writing, like, we're gonna write several songs, but it's really hard to get the full picture of us as a group because there's 5 of us that are or 4 or 5 of us that are writing at all times. So it's like to get a full
4.
picture of the
I've
band.
never seen Reed write.
Yeah,
that.
I
mean,
was
he
giving him
writes the
some. He
drums,
writes the
but,
drum
like,
parts.
yeah.
Well, Jay writes the drum
Sometimes
parts.
it- Reed-
not a writer.
He,
Uh,
so he'll come through with some
Drummers.
stuff.
Anyway,
Can't write
so
shit.
basically, like, I want to listen to an
Here's me.
album to catch the full gist of the band and like what they all can do because there's been like a Sturgill Simpson album or something like that. I'll listen to it and it's like there's one part in like the middle of a song that encompasses like the full concept of the album to me.
When you go back and looking at that guy's work, all like I was watching a thing or I read something about every single one of his albums is a concept album. Once that hit me, I was like, "You're fucking kidding me!"
Yeah, he's ridiculous.
And then you go back and you like start listening to, you're like, I would never be smart enough to figure out how to write a concept album the way he did. And his entire catalog is one after another. It's kind of like those
Yeah.
guys,
One story.
Coheed and Cambria.
Well, the cool thing, I never got into
I
Coheed
never
and
got into it
Cambria's
either, but the
music,
fact that they were able to
but
write
the
a
fact that
storyline.
it's crazy that he wrote all those comic books and then based the albums off the comic book that he
Mm.
wrote. So that's really, I mean, but then you go back and you look at people like Iced Earth.
Right.
Every single one of their albums is a concept album.
That's a sleeper
I mean, you
band.
won't hear about them
If-
for a long time.
If
but
you never listened, like if you found yourself, you were like, oh, I love Metallica and like all that stuff, go back and listen to Iced Earth. You're like, holy Metallica is Diet Them. Like Iced Earth is amazing.
I mean, Metallica was first, but Iced Earth, I don't think came out until the late '80s.
I see the comparison, but one is power metal and one is just fucking thrash metal.
Yeah, Iced Earth is very power metal.
Exactly.
But
Speaking of
and
weird albums with different genres in between, I am loving the new Tyler Childers. It's 6 songs, 3 different ways. It's like an 18-track album, and I love the fact that the band experimented with the same 6 songs in several ways.
So I'm really glad that you brought him up, and because I was going to bring this other guy up here in a minute. With us being on this podcast, we're introduced to a lot of new people, new bands I've never heard of. We had a guy on recently. His name was David Starling. He's a country performer here in the Tallahassee area, and I fucking love his music.
That's the younger guy y'all had on.
Yeah, the guy we had on.
Y'all
Yeah.
put me on him. I started listening. I was like,
Yes, his
that
music,
dude's stupid talented.
he is really fucking good.
His songwriting ability is
Absolutely.
like up there,
Yes.
and then like he had everybody on his album is a certified fucking killer.
Yes.
Yeah.
Rob Lines.
Yes. Oh,
you
my
turned me
God,
on to Rob
dude.
Lines, and I can't get enough of that dude. What's crazy is once I got into it, I looked him up, and they're only a 3-piece.
Mhm.
If you
That's
listen to this dude, his name is Rob Lines. It's Leines. It's like the music, the lyrics, everything is so badass, and you find out that it's him, a bass player and a drummer. That's it.
Damn.
And he is doing everything, and he is sick.
So what's hilarious to them is I follow him on Instagram, and he also, like, when their van breaks down, he's the one up underneath it fixing it too. Like, absolutely ridiculous.
Yeah. I'll tell you a band that, and I'm real picky when it comes to music. I mean, very, very picky. And one band that I've gotten into, and I'm not into kitschy stuff, and these guys crack me up, is, they changed their name. It's Electric Callboy. They were called Eskimo Callboy. They're a German band.
Yeah, they're
And-
kind of like that 3-0 whatever band, but they're actually
or whatever it is.
yeah, they're actually way better. I
They're
think.
like, I mean,
Hilarious.
they get into stuff like just the vocals. They're hardcore, but their videos are the most funniest things you've ever seen in your entire life.
Dude, for me, that's Red Fang.
Red Fang's videos.
Oh,
are
yeah.
I
great.
fucking love Red Fang.
But the key, like videos like that, there's a rapper from Minnesota. His name's Prof, Prof. His videos alone, you just watch. You don't even have to listen to it. Just watch the videos. They're fucking hilarious. But we are a visually needy society now, where we have to have like it can't. You can't just listen to it and be like, "Oh, that's a great song."
Has to be in 4K.
You have to have something that grabs you. And I was thinking about it. Who's that cat you turned me on today? I was looking at his album covers, and they were all like very retro covers. And I was like, if I saw that album, I wouldn't buy it because the cover of it is like, it looks like throwback 1970s, whatever alt rock, alt country, whatever Big West album.
I feel insulted.
What? Well, the ones where it's like the dude with the cowboy, the Richard Petty cowboy hat,
Yep.
and he's like got his arms crossed, he's looking at you like this.
Leaning against the van.
Yeah, and it's like,
Multicolored van.
waffles and poontang. Randy,
Sign me up.
Randy Shit Bitcherton's debut album. But like, it has to be
These are my
something to
favorite
grab.
foods, by the way.
So,
Waffles.
waffles. What was that? There was the band. Anybody into Cursive? I never got into them, but their lead singer, a dude named Gavin Castleton, made this awesome album. It was called, I think it's like A Bullet, a Key. It's like a bullet, a lock, a key.
Damn.
And it's a concept album backwards of his own suicide. And once you fucking, like, you listen to the songs, you're like, oh, these are cool. And then you, like, start breaking down the content. You're like, oh, that's dark. And then by the time it goes from his death all the way to his childhood in the
Fuck.
album, and it, like, it's one of those things you're like, man, I could never be smarter. Here I am writing songs about Macho Man Randy Savage. Right? I'm like, Macho Man was in a Waffle House knife fight? Shit, let me write a song about that. And this dude's writing, like, crazy introspection, and it just shows you the level of difference. And then off the record, off topic, one thing that hit me today, I was like, it's going to be crazy in like 15 years or 20 years when Nickelback is on like a farewell tour thing.
Yeah.
And everybody and their moms going to these fucking concerts. That blows my fucking mind.
No,
Like,
they're already going.
no. I'm talking like Rolling Stones level old fucking Nickelback. Chad Kroger up there
Right.
with his little butthole eater's goatee singing his and like everybody's just fucking going ape shit with Bud Lights and just going. That blows my mind. That's going
Do they
to
have
happen.
Bud Light in Canada?
I think so. I think it's
It's
international.
Molson Canadian, which is
Okay.
actually pretty tasty.
What's crazy? Well, I don't know. Every time I've ever done around the world at Epcot, I skip Canada. Also skip America too, just because.
That's all they give you is Budweiser.
Yeah, I do it up in.
I usually go straight to China and get an egg roll and then move on afterwards.
Dude, the Aquavit in Norway. Yeah,
Mm.
you got to get carried out of there.
Dude,
You got to get carried.
Norway, I do the shot that everybody says don't do. I
You're
can't
just
even
like,
remember
fuck
what it's
you,
called.
hold my
That
beer and
and
watch
the elephant beer.
Is it
I don't know
Aquavit, the sesame seed shit?
I don't know. It tastes like ass.
Yeah, it's probably it.
But
The
then you
elephant beer?
wash it down in China with the the plum wine. Dude, I could sit there and just
Delirium
drink plum wine like all day long. That shit's so good. But then I get to England and just do like tons of snake
Boddington.
bites.
Oh my gosh, it sounds fantastic right now.
I completely forgot what I was about to say, considering we were.
We're talking about Nickelback.
Oh yeah. I still don't remember.
Anyway,
Your Nickelback tattoo. You just got one?
What's crazy about Nickelback is the amount of people that shit on them, but for some reason they're huge.
I don't hate them. I don't see why people do hate them. Maybe because they're just so generic or something. I don't know. I don't get it.
Look at this Greer!
let's be honest,
That's
man.
one of those things. If they never wrote another song, I
I
wouldn't
think
notice.
I don't listen to them personally, but I bet the stuff that's on the radio does not fully encompass what's on their albums.
No, they probably got way cooler shit.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
It's like Godsmack.
Wait.
I mean, Nickelback is Canadian Godsmack.
Holy shit! I didn't see somebody coming.
Look at
That
this.
scared the-
What the fuck? Oh!
Ladies and gentlemen,
you guys had a surprise. There's a couple chairs sitting right out there.
the
Yeah,
man,
fair
the
enough.
myth, the legend, Vernon Shredneck, motherfucking my
That's
own
right.
personal
Heard a lot
Jesus,
about you, sir.
What's up?
has walked in
Nice to meet you.
to the
brother.
Off the Record podcast.
Good to see you.
I'm going to use this as an opportunity to go.
Yeah.
I'm gonna slide
There's a
over.
restroom that way too.
I'm gonna use this
Oh,
Okay.
accompanied by Jay Daniels.
Where's the beers?
Here,
Right-
have
right
there's
over there
one
in
right
the
here on
cooler,
the
right
table
over there
for
in
you.
the
One
cooler.
there.
Is it PBR?
No.
There's PBR over here.
Oh yeah, there's a bunch. Whatever you need. Told you guys I had a surprise.
Oh,
What a surprise.
shit.
Mason,
And that
Shane's
is only-
really going to be pissed.
That is only one of them because they brought you guys a gift as well.
What? Snap,
Yeah.
crackle, pop.
Is
like
he
your
going to get
birthday.
naked?
Again.
Well, yeah.
So
don't,
we
yeah,
have-
let's not do that.
If
The,
and when
the
we
judge
ever get
said-
an album done, which I think will happen, we have some wonderful pictures that, with Vermin's express written consent, we're probably going to use as an album cover, and some of y'all have probably seen them. Hell, I think
No,
they
no,
might.
I think
They were
we're
either
fine.
done here or at Jay's
I think
house. But holy shit!
Jay, there's a box right there if you want to squeeze up on it. That way you got a mic.
Welcome to Florida, Uncle Vermin.
Well,
I know you've been here for a couple weeks.
yeah. Went fishing and caught a lot of fish. Rode my motorcycle around. Froze my ass off today doing that. I don't know what the hell the weather is. That's down
You'll
here.
have to scoot up to the mic just a little bit.
Oh,
there you go.
You got another one.
Woohoo!
See, and I even gave you guys a hint. There was extra mics on the table.
Well, I was just like, man,
You said it was somebody from our past.
We're not going to
Actually,
match.
you
You just
asked, and I
assumed
just hit the.
wow.
Right.
You know, I'm moving right down the road from you here in January.
Are you? Where are you
Yeah.
moving to?
Maryland.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
And we're going to have the collaboration then, where you guys are you're going to have them over to play some lap steel or something and send us down some tracks. Wow, yeah, man, we go yeah. Like I didn't even realize you were still in town.
Got him.
Yeah, got me for sure. I was like, oh, he's coming to town. He usually stays like a week. If I'm lucky, I'll run into him. And I even had bail money set aside for you. And everything.
We all
It's
do.
usually 3
We all
weeks. 3 weeks at my place.
Right?
That's when I take when he shows up. It's like I guess I'm fishing for 3 weeks.
I mean, if I lived out at your house, yeah,
We're not even a mile from the lake.
I know. I'd find some.
Snap.
I'd have some fans only or some whatever. The only fans of my feet. Whatever I had to do, just stay
And
out
I
there.
make those videos.
Yeah.
and
Only
just-
boots.
I'd
only
chew
boats.
gum with my butt and blow bubbles and stuff. And be like,
Boots
people
out.
pay for it. Here we go,
Dude,
man.
cup of cheese in a can. I think
Cup,
you're on
I
to something.
just make cup of cheese videos for TikTok. And go
That's
from
the our little trick is you got to crack a beer and then piss in the lake.
Yeah. Listen
They
to
don't
Motorhead.
Been listening to Motorhead.
That works, man.
And for
Blood
some
in,
reason
blood out.
It works.
Where's the sign-up sheet for this?
Yeah,
Okay, oh, my boat only fits one person.
one extra person.
Catch anything worth talking about?
I got some fish.
Oh yeah, we got tons. I got what we had one of the 1 gallon freezer bags couldn't even barely close.
It was literally 1 gallon of fish.
30,
Of
30
fillets.
36 bags.
So you go down to the
Very nice.
the seafood place, be like, I'd like a gallon of fish, please.
Yeah. Take 100 pounds of fish.
We were out at Josh
100
Levy's
pounds
dad's
of
place. We went fishing on Lake Bradford, and that was nice. And at the end,
It
when we
was.
left, I was like, "Hey, Gene, you wouldn't happen to have any frozen redfish, would you? Because I can't get that up in Virginia, man." He's like, "Yeah, we got some. Ooh, cooked that up last night. Oh man,
Put it on the grill.
Gee,
Shit.
it was amazing."
Set around-
Kyle and I
Drink
trying to
and
fish
food.
up at the farm with the you caught
I caught a 2 or 3, at least 2.
I remember you caught at least 2, I think. I ain't catch shit.
After pecan
That was
season, we'll
insane.
go up there.
Dang.
So if you're sitting at home and you're wondering, WTF is Vermin. So back in the day, he was a staple of the Tallahassee music scene. He basically had a bed that was under the bar at Big Daddy's. And then when he wasn't sleeping at
Fucking
Big
still does,
Daddy's,
probably.
he had an
Where,
apartment
did
at
you get
Beta
naked
Bar
at any
or the
point?
Cow House, whichever one.
No,
was
not
the
in
one.
any of these.
And my man worked doing
So you
the
just
coolest
sit there.
job ever, restoring
Well, I'm almost
Florida
thinking
history
about it.
artifacts. And over at the R.A. Gray Museum, God damn, those are
Oh,
big
there's
ass-
fish in the picture too.
Yeah, and
All
but
I saw was titties.
tons of bands. Awesome band called White Trash Messiah. We were all under the same management. The guy that owned Big Daddy's had us and Big Whiskey
Just a couple
or
days.
Caleb's Capital Speedway, which ultimately turned into
Caleb
Big
McLeod,
Whiskey
the
and then
Constant.
Caleb McLeod, the Constant, who's
Where
going to
was
be
that
playing October
Lakewood City?
22nd with us.
Wow.
And at the Moon, and like, yeah, he's just kind of like the godfather of local music. And
I don't know if I can go that far.
well, let's be honest. So there,
What the hell? I'll take
Tallahassee-
it.
People think Tallahassee.
At least a
they
stepdad.
think
yeah,
Vermin.
I mean, it was like, hey, there's always that guy with the cowboy hat, kind of deal. And still has the record for the baddest ass album cover ever. It was titties with some bacon on it, and they were real titties. And like
I
with a
canceled-
PVR in the middle
I
too,
canceled
right?
2 of
Yeah.
my own shows
to
so
go
I
to
wouldn't miss his show.
right.
And I'd stand in the back and hope that nobody else in the band was going to show up because I'm like,
Oh, guys, I broke my fucking leg. I can't play the show. Next thing you know, you're a White Trash Messiah. Oh, my God.
It was just a
Can't
fun,
make it, man.
rowdy,
My grandma's sick.
rowdy cowpunk, or yeah, they all billed it as cowpunk, I guess.
Yeah, it
And
was like Motorhead was a country band.
yeah,
Yes.
it was just shred and kind of. If we're being honest, it's kind of the if Thunder the Snake was the phoenix that rose from the ashes. That's kind of pseudo what our goal is. But like we wanted some kind of rowdy thing that would appeal to multiple genres of music. So
Well,
yeah, man.
you wouldn't have to have some talent.
Yeah, true.
Well,
and I don't think me and
Shane
Kyle
and I-
will ever be that.
Shane and I are alike in one thing. It's like we are not singers.
You're both
We
retarded.
do what passes for vocals, and that's it.
Just happen to have a
We're
microphone
not
in your hand.
singers. Says about our
Well,
lead singer.
you're good at one thing. You can play and sing. Shane
Hey,
can't.
And there's
Well,
Shane
luckily
Nash.
Shane can't work a computer, so he's not able to hear this.
Oh, my Lanta. He's gonna post some kind of picture. Shane was
Run
saying,
your-
"Hey, C Mason, run. You mean this picture? ...
Uh-oh.
I get
Uh-oh.
the feeling there's more to it.
Oh.
Once again,
Yeah,
Shane doesn't know how to work
Oh,
a
yeah, I know
computer,
what it
so it
is,
might
yeah.
be a minute.
Candid pictures
I know
on
it,
the internet.
it's your
Ooh, it's probably you holding the samurai sword on top of
on the
the
fire
car.
Yeah.
Oh!
Yeah.
That was a great photo
Oh,
shoot.
yes.
That was
Yeah.
my first
I got a
introduction to
bunch
the
more of
concept
that.
of who
I got-
you
I
are.
don't
Oh.
care how.
The
Oh,
one on the bike with his nut hanging out. That's
I
like,
didn't-
Dude, the
notice the
Tawny
button.
Katane, the Tawny Katane video.
oh, Island
That's still the
Tawny.
best.
Yeah, with me,
Still the
Josh
best video
Lee.
ever.
Oh my god, that was hilarious.
Levy was recording it from behind the steering wheel,
Yeah.
and you're just on the roof of his car, just like.
So yeah, that's that's Vermin in a nutshell, man. So
Now, Vermin and Jay have a gift for you
We
guys.
do have a gift for you.
dude.
is it
We
Yeah.
have a gift.
We
You
sat
keep
around.
saying every time you say Jay, I think you're talking about Mia.
Your name is Jay.
It's
too.
not always
I
about
know,
you.
like,
it's
it's
not
really
always
Jason.
about you.
You know, but
Tonight-
everybody call me Jay.
Are you?
My
You think?
nickname's Buzz, but that's like on job sites.
You think they're ready for the gift?
I guess we had to sit around because there was kind of too windy to fish.
Yeah.
And
We
he had
got
recording
bored.
stuff at the. So we wrote you guys a little song.
Oh, well,
yeah.
I definitely need
Yeah,
to
we
hear that.
did.
Yeah. Let's go ahead and play that. Bring it on, Dexter. Let me see if. Hopefully the microphones pick it up.
We did our worst.
That's his cat.
That's my
Yeah.
cat. John Joe.
Gotta have a
I
cat.
pulled his foot to make him do that.
Here's Cracky.
This is not a tribute to a man called Ugly Snake. This is a tribute to the people that they once were.
We worked hard on the lyrics.
They're solid.
new intro.
Yeah. I feel like that.
This is a fucking cartoon intro if I've ever seen one.
Oh yeah. Could you imagine if Thunder the Snake was turned into a cartoon?
It's beautiful. Like
I am an artist. This is the backwoods redneck version of Metalocalypse.
Yeah.
It's all done in my wood shop. That's what I call my video too. Pretty much. I spend more time there. Is it Iron Maiden in there? Oh, you wait. Oh. Hard stuff. Really hard.
The drink Bush Light.
That's the only. Thunder the Snake, that's one lyric. Drink Bush Light is the other lyric. It took us all night to come up with that. Yeah.
Did you get any sleep?
Not much.
Did you throw cheese balls in there?
Not yet.
Might be a bridge.
Oh, here it comes.
With a really crappy thing.
Oh, that's what he's known for.
And I'm just sick Wicker Man jokes.
You said it had on the release.
A lot of Wicker Man.
There it is.
Amazing.
That was beautiful.
Amazing.
Big fan of that. I know it's going to be my new ringtone for sure. Cheers, gentlemen.
We
Yes.
figured that'd be your warm-up song before you
Oh,
guys
yeah.
go
Beautiful.
on stage.
Just
listen to it in the green room.
Hand that to Dennis when we get there. Be like, hey, make sure you play this.
Oh my god.
That's
Man,
fucking
Actually,
beautiful.
can you guys just grab a guitar and a microphone
Yeah,
and
y'all
do
just-
that on
Y'all just,
Saturday,
yeah.
please?
Won't be here. I believe
You won't be here.
I
Son
believe
of
on
a
Friday.
Mother, father.
Yeah, I know.
You know, maybe we can get your bail revoked, and you have to stay here for first appearance.
You have to talk to my boss
I
about
mean,
that.
It's already been here for 3 weeks.
Oddly enough, Jay and I were in a band together. We had a side project for another mutual friend named
And I-
Gypsy.
And I really wanted that bass so bad.
Tell you what,
Because we recorded that, and I was like,
Oh my God, he's being horrible.
Jay shows up and he's like, he sends me these videos. He's like, hey, play this. And I'm like, are you in tune? He's like, to my ear. I was like, I can't tune to my ear. What are you tuned to? He's like, it's like
drop B
it's
flat.
like Q sharp.
She demolished.
It's an H minor.
Q sharp and H minor is not in there. And so I was like, fuck it, I'll figure it out when I get there. And he's like, show me the ribs. I was like, bro, unless it's 4 notes and you want like 30-second notes where I just go to town, I can't play that. He's like, no, it's easy. Look, it's here, it's here, it's here, it's here, it's here. And then,
You just
and then,
little
and then
thing,
it
it
ends
does
right
it.
here.
Yeah.
And I'm like, we tried for like 4 or 5 times. I was like, here, man, take this.
You do it.
He's like, what do you mean? I was like, listen, I'm just slowing down production. I'm that guy that like you have to write it down and be like, okay, cool. Or you're like, just play something in the key of A, and then I'm like, okay, got it.
Teach it to me like I'm 7.
Yeah,
Actually,
Didn't you play with Alan?
I played with Alan.
he played with Alan.
Yeah,
Yeah, I played with
I
Alan.
played
He
with,
played
like,
with
Beelzebub.
Shannon and Beelzebub.
Oh,
They
that's
hate
right.
us,
That's right.
And
Summertime and Bulldex was the stuff I did with Alan.
You played with
Bullneck.
Summertime.
Yeah, I played with Summertime. Yeah.
That's
Yeah.
the
Wow.
dude. So there, I can't remember the cat's name, but like when Jay was like, "Hey man, I'm out," we put a thing on the local deal, and this dude from Summertime hits us up, and he's like, "Hey, this is what I did." Badass fucking guitar
Yeah,
player.
really
Yeah, he
good.
is.
Really good
And I'm
player.
like, "Holy shit, yeah, we're not that good, bud." And like,
yeah.
so, and luckily we had some other friends that were kind of like, "Hey, you got a spot you want us to play?" I was like, "Yes, you want to come try out?" And they were like, "I do." I was like, "Okay, cool. I don't need to be embarrassed by this dude." I can't remember that cat's name, but like his video, I was like, "Okay, does he know he's a rhythm guitar player, or is he just?" He's like, "I can lay in the back." I was like, this is not a good fit. You're just gonna make us all look bad." But supper time, oddly enough,
Badass.
yeah.
Yeah, I played with Vermin in White
Bullnecks.
Trash and Bullnecks.
Yep.
Okay.
Okay. I couldn't remember who all played in Bullnecks.
So
Like, I think I only
Bullnecks is
saw y'all,
like
like,
born out of the
maybe twice.
ashes of syrup, but
Yeah.
it's basically well, not Slim Bullfrog. What's
Leroy.
Leroy?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And who played drums in
Gibby.
that? Gibby. Okay. Who
Oh,
played
wow.
drums in that originally?
That I don't know. That was before
So
me.
I hopefully this doesn't get out to him, but the original bass player of Syrup, I have both of his basses. I have a 1977 Fender P bass that he pawned. I guess he was hard for times, and I got it. And he has a '96 Thunderbird.
I was just saying, you got the Thunderbird off it.
I got both of them, and at one point in time, I had his whole rig except for like.
Never think about
See, and I have Alan's rig.
You're a bad.
Oh, awesome!
Yeah.
You have his
Which
newer-
one?
Yeah, his Ampeg.
Oh, really?
You have the SVT. Was it 400T?
The 810s.
Okay.
Oh yeah, the
So he's-
refrigerator.
he's
God,
got
I do
an-
not miss moving
Yeah,
that
that fucking
damn thing.
refrigerator, and then I have a different head.
So I got my first
SVT
big-
Pro 2.
Alan's got another SVT now.
Does he?
Yeah.
I
You're
got
talking
my
about Euphoria, Alan?
yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. I was just in the shop the other day. It's SVT
I saw
Well,
a
if he
picture.
knows
He's
to
got
sell
one
it,
of
he
the
knows money to get.
badass old carbon amp heads.
I want to.
He
get,
still has that
Yeah.
too.
So he had the first amp I got from Alan Rogers. It was an Ampeg 400T, which is a 400 watt solid state
Man,
amp.
those are awesome.
And he was like, "Yeah, you can have it for $150. The channel's messed up." And I was like, "Okay, cool." I bought it. I go down to John McNeese, and he looks at it, and John McNeese is like,
dude.
"Shh, that channel works now, bud."
Yeah.
Ugh. But I played the shit out of that amp, and then the going deal with Alan was if I ever go to sell it, I had to sell it back to him for whatever price I paid for it. And I learned that trick, and that came back and helped me tremendously. So when I got ready to sell that amp and get it, I got a SVT2 Classic. No, not the Classic, the SVT2 Pro, which is like an 80-pound tube bass head. I sold it right back to Alan for the price I paid for it. I wonder if he still has that. That's one of those amps I'd probably buy back.
Wait, so
Yeah,
hold
so
on.
you guys
Can-
still
can
have
we
the robot
pan out
going.
the
Yeah,
camera real
I have
quick?
an SVT.
Still
all of
works.
us?
We just had it.
No,
You
it
just
was
had
a
robot
400
retees,
Oh, the
right?
400.
Yeah,
Robot still works. That's
So
awesome. That's a
what's cool?
killer little amp.
Carlos,
Deceptively
Carlos Ode.
heavy.
Yes.
So it's
I do
100.
not like
He
moving
just
that
bought.
thing.
He had a
I was
PB
made a
Artist,
bass player,
which is
but
100.
it's
It's
shit.
robot inside of a 1x12, and
Yeah.
like, it was the heaviest combo.
It
I've
was
ever-
ridiculous. So, show of hands, how many of us have bought gear from Alan Rogers?
I haven't. I have not
Yeah.
Oh, well, the day ain't over.
yet.
Yeah.
The
Got a lot
week's
of
not
crap.
over yet.
I'm single now,
Berman,
so I can
I-
buy more crap now.
So, Berman, I
Where are
had
you
no
getting rid of
idea
any
that you were
crap?
going to be here. I swear to God, I just had a conversation with him. I bought a rack mount from you.
Oh, the toad sucker. Yeah, that
Yes.
thing. Oh, God, it's
Dude.
horrible.
I love it. I fucking love it.
Yes.
I found
So
this
there's a-
one. I found this one
That's the
channel.
name for my next
It
song.
was the most metal of all fucking metal channels. And dude, I swear to God, I plugged into the rack mount to the amp, and that was it.
Yeah.
Yeah, man, I fucking love that thing. It got stolen, unfortunately.
I,
Hey,
I remember I had a bunch of weird presets.
do you still have the ML that you fucking ZZ topped out?
The what?
You had it. You had a
Oh, the
ML.
yeah,
that thing was
no, I
awesome.
do not
You
have
got
that.
The cowhide.
The
on it.
Yes.
cow fur one?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh my
I used to
God.
play
That
that to
thing was awesome.
bullnecks.
So
By the way, guys,
like,
I do have that automotive painting business going on. So if you guys got any old crap laying around you want me to paint,
I have a
some
guitar.
bass,
I want you to paint.
guitar,
Absolutely.
Yeah.
bring it over because I got to practice. I'm
Deal.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
I have a
and I just got some candy colors this
during
year.
the vid. I built
those guitars back.
I built a Fender
Absolutely.
Mustang bass, and I finished it all with just like regular True Oil, and it's really awesome. It's swamp ash and all that stuff. And recently, my mom passed, and I was like, you know what? I want a purple bass. And for a while, I was like, you know what? I'm just going to buy one. I was like, fuck that, man. This thing's perfect. And my wife and I came with a brainstorm. I was like, I want to paint this thing like metallic purple. And I was looking into doing it all. I was like, I really just need to find a paint and body shop to do it.
Well, you're gonna have to take it down because paint does not go over True Oil.
So
Mm.
I've
Yeah,
done
you have to get it
research.
down to the.
You
Bare
sand it down
wood.
really
You
good,
sand
and
it
you actually
down.
hit it
And
with
maybe a chemical strip too.
two coats of shellac, and then you rough the shellac, and it'll stick.
Yeah.
So
You're gonna have to put something on it because you can't paint it
That was
with
the
True
last
Oil.
job I just did right there
that's awesome.
on some Can-Am shit.
Let me
I
see
bet
that.
you do
real
some
quick. I wanna-
pinstriping and all
Dude.
sorts of fun stuff.
Which camera is it? This one? Look at that.
Holy crap.
Yeah, he did it. It was pretty nice. I helped.
Yeah, he helped.
Actually, I didn't help.
It's
on that.
shaking bacon. I have.
Someone has to drink the
You were
beer.
there.
I was there.
You gave me pointers. You need to do this right there.
Do that.
You need another beer? I'll get it.
Do what you're doing, man. It looks looking
That's
great.
exactly what I got. And I just did this on my filing cabinet, my big old storage cabinet, just for the hell of it.
Why not?
Look at that thing.
Speaking of some art, I don't know if any of y'all follow Vermin on Facebook, but there's
I
some.
would recommend not.
That thing
Well,
is like,
hey, there's a.
Will you
there's-
slide this in
there's
front of the
huge.
camera there?
Yeah,
there it is. That's some hotness there.
Yeah, just in case.
God
you guys
damn, am I a
Yeah,
sexy
baby!
motherfucker?
All of a sudden, I'm pregnant.
If
That's how
if
it
you
happens.
get past all the nudity that Vermin,
It's just dude nude.
yeah, it's just dude nude. If
Yeah,
you're,
but
if
see,
you're
yeah,
not into
I'm the
partial,
cameraman, so
Your wife
it's got to
can't
be
even
the
get mad at
right.
that.
Yeah,
It's
yeah.
tasteful.
It's a dude.
Nudity, if you will.
It's very apparent that you were professional at what you're doing.
Yes. If you're not into partial male nudity, I'd stay off of it.
I had an
But-
old truck, a three-legged dog, and a steel-top guitar. What else can you ask for? I mean,
But the things Vermin can do with yard gnomes
Oh my
is
god!
amazing.
Are we still talking about the nudity
And
stuff?
a
Because I don't know if
samurai
I'm
sword.
interested.
Look, the motherfucker is a wizard.
For those
he
of
is
y'all
a
that have
fucking
a
wizard.
vivid imagination, what he does is he takes an existing cement yard statue you might find at your Meemaws. Maybe it's a pleasant little bunny that's in Easter decor, and then he will alter said statue to be Satanic Bunny celebrating Dia de Muerte, or
Yeah.
what other? It could be a yard
Giant
gnome that he turns into a
double-ended glitter
giant
Kong.
Glitter,
Viking,
purple glitter.
whatever. He's master of his craft for sure. I told y'all before he had the coolest job ever. He helped like restore artifacts. I used to go visit him over at the R.A. Gray Museum, and you go in there. He's like,
You know, they just shut it down.
Yeah,
for
hey,
a couple
look.
years.
I'm working on
That-
this.
Mhm.
And it'd be like something from the 1700s and like a
It's a
pirate
cannon
ship.
and a giant tank.
It's a giant tank.
Coolest
Look
job
at the
ever.
swimming pool with all these cannons in it.
That's really cool.
Look at this canoe. I had to swim with alligators to get this. That was not fun.
And the one that was at Levy's, they pulled out of Lake Bradford.
Well,
That sat at Levy's
used to
house
keep him.
for-
We used to keep him in his
that,
lake
they
out
had-
front.
when we went over there.
We
he
didn't
said,
have
"This
room
is
to
where
keep all
we
that
used
stuff."
to drop them and
Yeah,
stick
because you
them
can't
here."
pull. So if you don't know, if you take like a Piro or any kind of
Yeah, you
hollowed
can't
out
just
canoe,
pull
you
it
can
out
pull
of
it
the
out of the
water.
water. And
Dries
just let it
out.
sit, it'll dry out and
Turn to
just
dust.
turn to dust. So you have to slowly evaporate the moisture out of it. Very time consuming to preserve history. I think one of the coolest things that I saw you working on was the eagle from the Old Iron Bridge. People,
Oh my god!
if you've ever been out there before, not Old Iron Bridge, Natural Bridge.
Natural bridge.
People just go, be like, fuck that eagle, pow, and
Yeah,
shoot it with
yeah.
a shotgun.
Oh my god!
And I go in there and watching Vermin. I was like, "What are you doing?" He's like, fishing fucking lead shot out of this
This
fucking
fucking eagle.
this brass or bronze."
It was
and, then,
bronze,
and then he had to go in through the holes and like put it back. Like
and we
tamp
never
out.
did.
It was super time consuming. Oh, did you just put it back up there?
we-
No,
Had
we
to
ended up.
sign
I think they
I-1.
had a.
No alcohol, no dog animals, and no firearms. And it was full of bullet
Full of
holes. People drunk as hell and
Yeah.
dogs just running around.
Hey man,
It
zip
was
up your zipper. Your
awesome.
Florida's showing. You know what I mean? Goddamn.
Panhandle trooping.
Yeah.
The cops just turn around, don't even go in there. They just
Ain't not up in here, buddy. You ain't welcome.
No, I think for that eagle, they just had a repro made and they put that in because they were just like when they found out what it would cost to like actually restore.
Oh yeah.
Because like the going price for like archaeological restoration is stupid expensive.
And it was
And like
archaeological
one bullet hole
restoration.
would be about like $8,000. Okay, that thing was in World War V.
right.
So it'd be like, okay, take that price and multiply it by 437.
And then so then
They
in general
choked on
state
that.
fashion, it's like let's find an OPS employee and teach them how to do it for $12.50 an hour.
Right, yeah, exactly.
So,
That's like now I got a job I'm
I know
working
that
on now.
feeling.
It's an old house, and they wanted to restore it back to what it was, and they had to bring me in to do the specialty woodwork because I got to match crap from 1950.
you artistic fucks.
I don't know, not me. I just sent the shit off to get milled. Mill this like this, and I'll just put some shellac on it, and I'll put it on. I'll slap it up there and give me my money. You know how it works.
I can drive a truck.
Hey, but hey, you bring me the goods.
I do.
Where did he go?
We got some questions. What we
Hopefully to get
Think
us
you
more
probably
beers.
take it.
Oh no.
Anybody need anything while I
We got some
Well,
fucking questions there, yeah, boy.
Yeah, we probably missed some questions, haven't we?
Oh yeah, we haven't done much for shit on our chats.
We've been doing a lot.
Hey,
more
everybody.
interesting things.
Hey,
Sorry, we've been
Hi.
neglecting you.
yes.
We got
are-
surprised.
It's like a pink.
Remember the Alamo.
Bobby says, yeah, remember the Alamo, Jeremy Taylor. That's right,
They-
Texan.
Their car rentals sucks.
Yeah.
I would remember the
Alamo,
budget.
Alamo car rentals, not that.
All right, fair enough.
This man says, since I'm a room full of luscious hair, I must ask next, what's your views on male baldness?
I don't know.
Here's my view. You see my view?
You just covered up my.
Bald is
Tattoos
beautiful.
on it.
we're about 50-50.
Yeah,
Bald is beautiful.
it's
man.
either all hair or no hair over here.
Yeah.
Yeah.
My
Yeah.
hair used to be so long, I had to tuck it in my back pocket so I would sit on it when I drove.
His hair was so long, I used to wipe my ass with it.
I
That's
sold
what-
it actually. I actually sold it.
Yeah, and I still
On the
do.
internet.
I still do.
No, that was back before the internet.
I sell my feet here on the internet.
You sold it to
Do
me.
you remember?
Thrifty. I opened up an article in the Thrifty Nickel and I sold all my hair.
No, actually, when I got it cut off, a woman saw me getting it cut off, and she walked over and offered me money for
And
it.
little did you know it would never grow back.
Oh no, I did it twice.
Oh, son.
Do you
And
remember-
then I got my granddaddy's hairline.
Do you
So-
remember the joke
so
that you
Jason-
used to tell where you said that you used to have hair and you cut it off for somebody?
Oh, so my
And then it
granddad
never grew back.
Literally, that's what happened.
It never grew back.
And like 97 or so, my grandfather was diagnosed with cancer, and he went through chemo. And he's one of those cats. He had really like butcher job fucking hair plugs, and he was really big on his hair. My granddad had like the most epic fucking comb over ever. It was like he would kick it over, and like me, my cousin, and both my uncles, when my grandfather was going through chemo, we all shaved our hair,
Right.
and until he passed, we all shaved our head. And then when he passed, I was like, all right, I'm gonna take inventory, and I was like, holy I don't have any hair.
How old were you?
12. No, I was like, I was
Same.
like 19, 20.
You started losing your hair at 19?
Yeah.
I
Probably
started
earlier
turning
than that.
gray when I was 30. My beard started.
What
turning
color
gray.
was your hair?
It was brown.
Teal.
It was curly, like Shirley Temple locks. That's why they gave me so much money for it. They said they wanted that so bad, and it was like 4 foot long.
Holy crap.
Yeah, they gave me a lot of money for it, and that was back in like the mid '90s, late '90s.
You're going to harvest your hair for an album?
Sitting on a gold mine over
Yeah,
here.
you
are.
What's
Actually,
up,
it is.
hey, everybody?
I was going through some old.
We'll
photos
trade for
the other day.
guitars.
It took me like 7 years to get it like that.
I was going through some
I
old
grow hair
photos
like
the
it's
other
my
day,
job.
27 South, and like
I
I like with me like headbanging,
Oh.
and like you could see the glistening off
Yes.
the roof, and I'm like, dude, I was only like 23 in that photo.
That was my indication. I saw a video from when I was in Beelzebub, and I was getting it, and I was like, "There's a big old spot on top of my head. Where'd that come from?"
Can't
Fix
all
it
have
post.
that luxurious pelt.
We really
No,
all
actually-
are all hair or no hair.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What
Well,
sucks,
that's
as my
hilarious.
granddaddy said, is like your hair just migrates. It just goes down. I think he's right. Because now I got hair on
I
my
tell
back,
everybody
hair
mine
all
just
over.
slid
Or
down
you're
my
like
face.
me, where it grows everywhere, but like right here.
You are mildly a chinchilla for sure.
Yeah. There's a lot of hair involved.
Dude, the first time you walked into practice after you shaved your beard, I was like, "Who the fuck is this dude?"
And
So-
it's already back.
So I had a beard
was
like
yesterday.
was longer, and then like I shaved it off to was just a mustache,
it
and
was
like
a dope little mustache for sure.
it was. I was
Gunslinger
I
action.
was proud of it, but
shave it low. We got a little pencil.
No,
it was
full Burt
bushy.
Reynolds?
It was
You ought to.
bushy
Just give it a
Yeah.
shot one day.
But
Yeah.
I guess
Maybe.
it's the Moon show. He's sitting there choking on his beard hair and his face and his head hair.
I
Yeah,
got
and play
so frustrated
Yes.
with it after the last
Story
show. It was
my
like
fucking
all in
life.
my face and my
Oh,
mouth
man,
and
like
shit.
The 90s.
And I was just like, all right, we're done. Let's cut it off.
Hey,
And
Mason-
I shave my
Mason can shave his beard completely off and sneeze, and it's poof, back.
I missed the
got puffer
handlebar where I
fresh.
could grow the mustache out and like before my job would get all pissed off about it. But and the handlebar mustache was where it was at.
My favorite was my Indian friend when he got older. He just tied in his nose hair and with his combing in. I'm like,
Yeah,
dude,
hard-
just cut it
that was
off.
gonna
And
be
he's
a
like,
hard-
he
Oh,
looked
I
at me,
literally-
look at me, man. I got hair going across my nose bridge. He's like, I got to shave my nose. I was like, holy crap, man. And
Oh,
like,
there's a good one.
Which one?
Well, hold on. Let's
This
go.
one's
What's
gonna
the
be a long
strongest,
one.
most awkward gift? That's a fun one.
You've ever received besides
Strangest, most awkward.
Besides, right now,
besides Reverend Vermin and Jay
I was
Daniels
about to
writing
say,
you a
he's
tribute
awkward,
song?
He's strange and awkward.
most awkward.
That's
gift
a
you've
weird-
ever
that's a-
received.
Are you still ordained?
You got to think
Yes.
Yes.
things
shit.
like
Yeah,
awkward
still,
gift would
I
be
don't
like,
think it goes
you know,
away.
somebody gives you something
why do
you're
think I
totally
done that
not
for
into or
years?
you
So
hate.
Uncomfortable
forgive me
with.
for all the
Like
Yeah,
when that
or-
girlfriend hands you that double-ended dildo.
Yeah,
and you're
it's like, hey, this is for us.
Wait a second.
Wait a
Hold
minute,
on.
what do you mean us?
Yeah, what's with the box of pizza grease?
You
Right.
you want the other
So
side?
I'll tell you one. Y'all remember when those in the early 2000s of shoes came out that everybody was wearing? They were like the brown.
Shoes have been around for a longer time.
It's a specific style.
They were
I
like
believe
this
it's referring to.
suede, like
least 5
brown
years.
shoes.
It's
that
called a
had no
hush
laces.
puppy.
They were
Yeah,
like
it's
slip-ons.
called a hush
that
puppy. Yeah.
Everybody
If
was
it has
wearing.
laces in
Those
it,
like
it's slip-on.
hand sewn.
Absolutely fucking hated those, and I got some for Christmas, and I
They're
like I had
light
to take
brown.
a picture with them. And it's like,
They're
ah,
New buck,
Like Ralphie and the
with a
Bunnies.
Yeah.
salmon colored.
try them on.
And I'm just like, ready to go.
They're outside
Yeah.
kicking.
It's called hush puppies.
This is one I did while I was down here.
What's another one?
It's
If you
that
were
small.
arrested,
But
what would it be for?
Oh, guitar theft.
Guitar. So grand theft.
Saw
Mine
that
would
bit. I
probably
already
be
posted that one.
likely to be.
Keyboards and- yeah.
I don't know. Jay's
What do
seen
you
it a
do
couple
with these?
times, either public.
That one I
Well, this
gave
is years and
away.
years ago, and I was trespassed from
Generally,
the
I
city
just
of
do-
Mobile.
I can't
Actually, I
sell
think I
them
wanna
for
change
how
my
long
answer.
they take.
Okay.
Yeah.
Lou
So-
Lascivious.
Pointless. I
Yeah,
give a
it's
lot
probably going to be
to,
decent exposure for me.
children's auctions.
The term is indecent
Yeah.
exposure.
Boy, that's because you haven't seen it.
Ah,
So
No,
I guess
and
decency
point.
is in the eye of
it's
the.
it's usually because we practice a lot and like we don't have a place to urinate
Oh,
at
yeah.
the shed, and I don't go too far from the entrance of the shed door to go potty.
Yeah,
Um,
You
the
can
litter
say piss,
box.
by the way.
So would you-
I could say what?
You can say piss.
Okay, I can say piss. All right.
We've said everything else. I feel like piss could-
all right.
So would you say that
Indecency
indecency is in the eye of the D holder,
It's in the eye of the beholder, yeah.
not the beholder?
Well, it could be in the eye of the beholder,
True story.
but it would make the peeing hard.
So speaking of dicks,
You are a
another
tweet.
really good thing Vermin is good at is hiding
hiding
penises.
dicks and drawing.
Oh yeah.
And
Or
I,
blatantly putting them out in the open.
and you know, that's the one thing that I actually got excited about, like moving to Maryland.
Hiding the penis?
It's not that far
The good old game of hide the penis.
from where I'm going to be living to Richmond. Is not that far, and I think I'm going to go get a dick tattoo from Vermin.
I'm not going to tattoo your dick. I will tattoo a dick on you.
Can you
Vermin, do you
a dick
tattoo?
on my dick?
Both those guys tried
It's not going to be big.
I can't make it bigger. It's not
I
fucking
would-
magic.
No. I
I
mean,
still got my shit.
He's currently
you only have
retired.
to use one needle. No shading.
So it'd be life size.
Smaller doesn't make it
Smaller than
easier.
that. Are you good at like
Fine line work?
Yeah, buddy. Let me bust out the jeweler's eye.
Bust out a tight
For those of
one,
you
bust
asking
it.
questions at home,
Can you draw? Can you
Herman is a
draw the
tattoo
Mona
artist
Lisa
in
on
the great state of Regina,
in white ink.
and he often will seek the
Black
approval.
light.
He always asks, but some of his clients allow him to secretly place.
No, mostly it's not secretly.
And mostly,
Well-
right out in the open.
Right. Well, he asks for permission, and then he puts a penis in their tattoo. So if it's like, hey, I want this hibiscus for my mom, there's some hibiscus in there. If he has like an equestrian tattoo, that horse has a big old dick,
Yeah, dragging the ground.
something like that. Or
It's
if
a
it's like
five-legged horse.
sometimes there's
Look at my
multiple
five-legged
legged.
pony.
Like if he
So
was
I
to
thought
do a
unicorns had a
skeleton's
horn on their
hand, that
head.
would be it'd be a boner. So
I had a girl who wanted flowers that were all like dicks. So I was just like, all right, cool. All right. So I went on the internet, typed in flowers that look like dicks. Oh my God, Mother Nature did not disappoint. Mother Nature.
So
is
there's a
filthy
dick
bitch.
flower.
Oh my
and vagina
God.
flowers. Like,
Yeah,
oh, mean,
I saw that
full
recently. Like where there's a flower that's called
There's,
like
there's a lot
dick
of them.
Flower.
There are many of them.
I
And
tattooed a vagina flower on a woman's Adam's apple.
orchids.
It was like,
That is about a vagina-looking
it was
flower,
a flower,
right there.
but it looked just like a vagina.
I want
She's
that
like, put a
scene
drip
from
out
the
of it. I'm
wall
like, okay.
where like the two flowers.
Yes. The other one eats the other one. Yes.
yeah. Oh.
Is that more beer?
Yes, he drew one up for
Anybody
me.
need one?
He's got
Yeah.
one that he drew for me. It's,
More beer.
It's rather large.
More beer.
More beer. It's always. I was actually going to get that.
Trial by Stone asks, what
Yo.
high-end guitar
Only have to work
would you
tomorrow.
most like to smash on stage?
No.
All right.
A PRS.
Anything-
Yeah,
Oh,
Reed
yeah.
Smith.
Yes.
All day
all
long.
day. I'll stomp on it.
I always look
I'll
at
shit
PRS
on
like,
that son
I'm
of a
sure
bitch.
it's a fantastic instrument, but a Paul Reed Smith to me is like, hey, we're going to take a Les Paul and a Stratocaster and make something dumb.
Yes. Unless you're going
And
to spend
And
$8,000.
expensive. Let's
And
make
it's like
something
we're gonna mix
expensive and dumb.
the two most iconic guitars in all of rock and roll and whatever music.
Doesn't
And let's
Buck
put
play
birds on
PRS?
it.
I think that makes this answer way
Well, no,
better.
but Buck plays a very specific PRS. He plays a double cutaway. It doesn't quite look, but who gives a shit? Anyway,
Yeah. The headstock's
Yeah.
the same.
I was trying.
right? But yeah, I mean, I'm sure I wouldn't.
And
I
there's
wouldn't
flying
smash your
birds on
guitar
it,
if that
probably,
makes you
some
feel
flying
better, Buck.
birds, you know, like the tattoo stuff.
I don't think I could ever do it. Like I can't bring myself
No.
to like. We have a
I can smash someone else's guitar, but not one of mine.
Yes.
when Shane's daughter
All day.
was tiny, he bought her a 3/4 inch size acoustic, and it's hanging up in the shed, and the heat has like
Is that the one that I
Yeah.
fucked up?
No, you didn't fuck it up.
Okay.
The heat's all like made the bridge unglue from
Yeah,
it, and like
yeah.
every time I see it, I was like, I need to fix that. I just got to fix that.
Yep.
I got to fix that. I couldn't do it. I couldn't smash a guitar. I'll smash some high end beer cans and
I
whiskey
wouldn't
bottles.
mind
Yeah,
smashing
smash
like
low
some
end
of
beer
the modern
cans.
Ibanez's. I can't stand Ibanez. I have an acoustic Ibanez, but like that's
It's pronounced Ibanez, number one.
Ibanez. I have one from the 90s.
Dude, they play
It's
amazing.
badass.
yeah. No, I'm
If you
saying
get
the
a
modern
Japanese-
all
ones.
that whole
Like-
album was the guitars was done on.
If you get a Japanese Ibanez,
but it's
they're
the Satriani
fantastic.
series.
Isn't Jeff super into Ibanez?
Jeff has.
I'm an
the only
Ibanez.
Ibanez I got because
Maybe.
it was cheap as hell and I got it out of a pawn shop.
You have the best story of like shit you found on the side of the road. I remember going to your house and be like, "Yeah, I found this amp," and I was like, "It's like a $700 amp." He's
That's
like, "Yeah, I
actually a
just
dryer,
put
but
the fuse in
okay.
it," and I'm like,
Yeah.
"I hate you."
That's like my crate head, and I've got it at a
Yeah.
pawn shop, and it was like something's wrong with it. Took it home, took it back off. There was a rock inside of it rolling around. I took it out, plugged it back in, and hey,
Rock and roll.
I took it on the road for like 10 years.
And it was one of those
This is
dope ass
shit.
crates that had that weird solid state circuit that everybody was like, "I like that one." The one thing Crate ever did was make one single amp that people were like, "Yeah, I can fuck it with that,"
Yeah.
and they play
It
it.
was the only I had,
And they
and I had-
never, they're like, "You guys have the schematic, just keep
Yeah.
making
And I
that."
had
They're
a
like,
Randall
we're gonna
412
do
cabinet
this.
I got out of a pawn shop with a Slesh and greenbacks in it. And I had that, a Crybaby, and just a switchover pedal. And then my buddy had like a $10,000 rig, and he's like, "How come my shit don't sound like yours?" I'm like, "Oh,
Speaking of Beelzebub, who is the bass player in that band?
that was Pat,
That kid was fucking sick.
man, the mad little son of a bitch."
If you ever
badass,
saw this
boy.
guy, he's like 5'6".
He was a little Irish.
He looked like he
I
was
called him
like
Patricia, and it'd get him so mad.
I remember what show was that? I think we played with y'all. We opened for a national, and he ended up getting so drunk he almost fought the headliner,
Yes.
and to the point that they were like, "You have to kick him out." I was like, "Why do I have to kick him out?" I was like, "I'm just a band member." They're like, "Get him the fuck out before things
Yeah,
go
when they
bad."
cut him off of alcohol, he's gonna fight whoever cut
Dude,
him off.
but this dude, if you ever saw him, you're like, "Why are you in a metal band?" He looks like your typical textbook Chad.
Yes, he's
Yeah.
wearing Birkenstocks.
Birkenstocks. He had like a frat boy, like no knock on frat boys, but he had a hat where it said like,
He
you
had
know,
a hat.
I
Yeah.
eat a pie and,
Yeah.
and like, you know,
So
put a
he's,
shirt-
on it
so
or
he's wearing a
something.
trucker hat?
Did you play
No.
with what was it, Jason in the Dirt something?
No.
It was with Shannon. I didn't know if
I know what you're talking about.
my,
What happened to that dude?
the
I already
drummer?
almost killed somebody.
Shannon
other than
Stores
that.
issue?
Yeah.
I played with him with They Hate Us and Beelzebub. And
But his original band, which was awesome,
He's out in
rest
Texas,
in peace.
ain't he?
yes. That's the tattoo
Fish
on
House-
my
Fish
arm.
House
Fucking
Punch.
Fish House
Yeah,
Punch.
Matt
Yeah,
Right.
Fish House Punch, Curly.
Yeah, buddy.
Dude,
Yeah.
Curly
Right
was
there,
one
you
of the
see me on my
coolest
neck.
motherfuckers
Curly
on
Bob.
the planet.
Yeah, he was a good
my
guy.
buddy.
Golly, that dude was just like,
That's
hey,
how
man,
that's how
you doing,
Beelzebub
bro?
was born.
Yeah.
When he got killed and we all were at
Yeah.
the memorial thing, and those guys, Pat and Shannon, said if I didn't join their band and do something, that they were just going to quit music altogether.
Dude, you think about how many
And I was like,
like,
well, I gotta go.
You were in
Uh,
seven.
I mean, funerals are
Yeah,
the place to
Austin
pass
Sin
out
7.
flyers for shows.
oh,
Can we talk about it?
I'm not going to name names, but I'll
Don't
talk
name
about
names,
it.
but
I
you
won't
want
name names.
y'all want to hear the most metal story ever?
Specifically,
Yes.
the most death metal.
Death
story
metal.
ever.
It literally.
It puts
and
the death
figuratively.
in death metal.
So, my mom passes away probably about 2 months ago, maybe.
Really?
Yeah,
Damn.
it sucks.
Oh, sorry.
And
man.
it sucks. I mean, whatever. Like, it's part of life. But so there's this cat that I've known since we were kids, and like his family went through some shit. My mom was like, "Hey, look out for him. Look out for this cat all through high school, and like keep in touch with him. Involved in the scene, all that stuff. Does his own thing. Good musician, all that fun stuff." And shows up to my mom was not one of those people who's like, I want a funeral. She's like, I want a celebration of life. I want people to tell stories. I want people to drink beer. I want people to have a fucking good time. So I was like, you got it. So I made some phone calls and made some shit happen. Boom, we're having a good time at Fire Betty's. And a couple of my friends walk up and they're madder than shit. And I'm like, what is wrong, dude? Like, what are you doing? They're like, I'm going to fucking kill him. I was like, okay, can we talk about what's going on? They're like, I'm gonna beat that bastard's ass. I was like, okay, tell me what's going on. They're like, they're passing out flyers to their show at your mom's fucking celebration of life. And I'm like, huh?
Let me see a flyer.
And they're like, are you mad about it? I was like, she would think it was fucking funny.
Hell yeah.
I was like, she would think it was funny if it was her funeral, but if it was like one of her loved ones, she'd be mad enough to fight like you cats. And I was like, when you think about it, that's literally like the most death metal fucking thing anybody could do.
Damn right.
Aside from eat a corpse. Why not pass out fucking show flyers at a celebration of life? So,
But just going up like random funerals and passing them out, that's some Johnny Fire shit right
that's
there.
crazy.
Johnny fucking Fire. Whatever happened to that guy?
That's my kind of people right there.
Jesus Christ.
Where the hell did that cheese ball come from? You
It's
named me a
a-
cheese ball, and I realized
We
that
put
the
that
cheese
up
balls
on-
are
it fell out
behind
of
me.
his beard. It was-
Alabama Dave. That's what it was. Alabama Dave was in Beelzebub band. No, he wasn't.
Wait,
Read your fucking
Thunder
mouth.
the Snake is commenting on this.
That's Reed.
Reed, come on, bud.
Alabama Dave was not in that fucking
No,
band.
it was
bud.
not. No.
Neither was
Facebook,
now
is,
Alabama-
Facebook is hard.
I don't know. I never knew the singer's name. I always called him just the kid. And they always called me the old man because I was the oldest guy. I never knew the singer's
Well,
name.
you are
in that
old as
band.
Oh, wow. We
I
got
don't
Fuck.
remember. Maybe he was. Fuck it. Alabama.
He was a little kid he was a kid in college, and like after every show,
Yeah, that.
he would be spitting up blood.
Yeah, that.
And we got sponsored by Jägermeister and like put us on a tour, and it's like, dude, you can't be doing that, man. We got a show tomorrow night.
Yeah, you'll be fine.
What's
So
worse
that was
that could
Alabama.
possibly
that-
happen?
more than likely, that's Alabama Dave, which is a childhood friend of our drummer.
Well, he was very young.
Yeah. And I've seen Alabama Dave do some nasty shit. So
He was very good for our band because
Yeah.
he told us. So it was like, something sounded different. Yeah, I don't have lyrics for that song. So I just ad-libbed it. He did that for
Easton
most of
wants
the
a
songs.
shout
He
out.
gets so fucked
Let's
up,
see
he
that
just
one.
ad-libbed.
he said he liked Aliens.
Hey, we got a question from Samantha.
All right.
Uh-oh.
No, up.
Up.
There we go.
Which one of you is the asshole that always wants to stop your car and take a break while you're on a long drive to a show?
Oh my god!
We got shit to do, not me.
Definitely wouldn't be
driving
me,
to
'cause I was
Texas for
always the one
Christmas. I'm
driving.
going nonstop.
Now, if
No,
I-
see, I'm the responsible one that's going to get there early and watch everybody shit while they all. It's Reed. It's Reed.
And after
Reed's
Now-
the asshole.
now,
He's going to
if you
leave and
wanna
go
add-
home, and we're not going to know where he's at.
If
Yeah.
you want to ask the question, who would drive a car and try to take off their other bandmate's door?
listen, if you ever go on tour and one person's driving a pickup truck with the trailer with all the shit in it, don't pull your Buick LeSabre parallel to the motherfucker and open your door and then just leave your door open while the other person's getting ready to leave, because the wheel well is going to hit the door on the LeSabre and you're sliding into that bastard on the passenger side for the next 10 years while you drive that thing
That
around.
door never worked again.
Come on, Jay. Hospitality.
It's a self-
Puff pass.
It's a self-correcting error.
Horse
So-
brutality, please.
I had to Dukes of Hazard my way in and out of that car for the rest of its life.
But I
it
mean,
was
stop
amazing.
it. That's how you get the good blankets from the Flying J
Oh yeah.
when you do stop.
Oh, and you get find these hats.
Yeah.
Wait, the good blankets?
Yeah, like the
The-
ones with the tigers and the white
Yeah,
snow
man,
lions.
you know,
and
it's like,
shit like
dude,
that.
one of the
Poncho
this
with
thing's
the
holding
hood.
out.
This thing's got like
Warm as
Yoda on
crap,
it. and
dude.
shit.
One of the best hoodies I ever had in my entire life was bought in the TA out in like Oklahoma.
Yeah. And you go take a pee and you're like, what the hell is that freaking hole in the stall?
You ever
And a
think
money
about?
slot.
You ever like wrap your brain around that? What came first? The glory hole? Was it a naturally occurring hole? Somebody was like, "Let me put my in there and see what happens."
Somebody over there taking a squat. Let me see
Or-
what happens if I shove my
Was
dick.
the hole
was
there
it a
first?
natural hole there? Or did somebody say, "I'm going to dig this hole and I'm going to wait for it to come and I'm going to do stuff to it"? Or were they like,
Did somebody sit there and wait?
I'm going to wait until somebody's in there and then I'm going to stick my in this hole and see what happens?
You know, you can start a whole messed up thing if you start like
Speaking of
But
holes,
then-
sit in there and make you a hole, right? A glory hole, and just sit over there and like when they stick it in there,
Oh,
just
I-
like smack it with a
rat
piece
trap,
of leather.
yeah.
Just pow!
There may or may not be.
Did you somebody smack it with a
Listen,
piece of lettuce?
there may or may not be a higher learning establishment in the 850 area code that is prevalent with these holes of glory that
Yeah.
I would just
Steel
say
Panther has a good song
Hey,
called Glory Hole.
You see where I live?
karate chop or
That
uppercut.
they do.
I've actually
That
got
they
a
do.
really good
Think about
question.
that. What are you going to do?
So-
you going to karate chop it? You're going to uppercut it. I'm probably going to karate chop a dick if I see it
I
come
don't know,
through.
maybe get it on damn.
No, punching end on.
You go head.
No, no. Fuck.
One of those
Oh
right
my
there.
God.
Dude,
No.
that would be
That just
bad.
became an
I'd
idiot.
probably go pencil
Get
break.
it in the armbar. And just,
And Shane's like, I would see what it tastes
you
like
go
first.
Just a slap. Downward slap.
In a men's bathroom, you
How does
have
it smell?
the glory
How
hole.
does it smell?
tickle it with his
What do
beard.
they have in women's bathrooms?
I don't see women don't get down like that. They just like not.
Bullshit.
Time out.
So
Listen,
So you've
we
never
have a
been-
woman
you've never been to Big Daddy's?
Can I
Yeah,
just take a
so-
wild guess?
Go.
I feel like women would
What-
just be like,
what-
knock, knock. What it
Tammy,
do?
what are
Get down on
women's
this?
glory
Sounds
holes?
good.
Superman.
Superman. Oh, you lift it flat.
Yeah,
you lift it
yeah.
flat makes a little
But
noise.
it rings real loud when you open that
Yes,
door.
it does.
So I got a little bit of a. If you ever go, okay, so
It's a legit
long
question.
story short, I used to work for a beer company, and I had a key to Poor Paul's. So I would always go there when no one was there, and it was always my first stop in the morning.
So you play by yourself?
So so the first time I ever went there, I always wanted to know. So I went in the women's bathroom, and I was like, "Oh, that's what it is."
Yeah.
But if you ever go to Poor Paul's, and any women out there that are watching, I don't even know if it's still there.
Spoiler alert.
But if you go in the women's bathroom, on one of the stalls, there is a
Picture of
message
Shane.
board that said, "I'm a man and I just took a shit in here." Because that was where I would always, I would wait till the morning, and I would. Oh, I thought you were.
Jason, was that really you?
It could have been. I used to drink a lot,
Well, no, I'm saying I wrote it there.
and I've been in that bathroom.
I wrote it there.
many times.
I would go there in the morning.
Oh, you just
and
yeah.
I put it there. One morning, I just had a Sharpie on me, and I was like, I'm gonna tell people I was here. So, yeah.
I know Big
And-
Daddy's had a lot of my art, and I'd stand on the highest point I could find and reach as high as I could and draw the biggest shit up there I could.
Well, that was another thing is the women's bathroom was cleaner than the men's. So
Was it?
at that point in time,
Yeah.
at
You're
Poor
right about
Paul's.
that.
Not at the bloodborne pathogen level.
You man. Ooh.
But
Hey, trust me, being a
Nowadays,
tattoo
it is.
artist, you're like, I'm just gonna put my foot up here. All right.
funny story is
Flush it
how I
with
met my
shoe.
wife.
At Big Daddy's?
No, at Poor Paul's. So, like I said, I had a key.
I didn't
there,
touch anything at Big
and
Daddy's.
I would always go in early in the morning. Nobody
I
would
got
be there.
help
I'd figure
peeing
out
at
what
Big
they
Daddy's
needed,
one time.
and I would just
You got
replace
help
it.
peeing at Big Daddy's
Some
one
girl
One
time?
day I
walked in
ended
and
up,
said, "Let
like,
me help you with that."
Getting out late, and I
Oh
got
my
there
God.
later in the afternoon,
I just-
and my wife was a bartender, and she was also.
So I
like,
held a
think
second
she
beer.
We dated for about 4 years.
Did the
after that.
books or whatever. She was like a manager, so
Congratulations.
she would be
Yeah.
there early. And one day I got there late, but she
I
was
should've
already
known.
there.
What
And I
was the
like,
red
"Who's
flag?
This woman behind the yeah. So
He had blinders on
So-
the whole time.
Years
October
later-
22nd is
Hey.
right around the corner.
Yes.
I just realized we've been into this pig for about an hour and a half. We really haven't addressed the
Oh yeah.
I posted
Are we
the
gonna play a
elephant
show?
in the room. We are playing a show. Did you not know about it?
When?
Did you get off at Hungry Howie's?
Oh, I got off at Hungry Howie's. You thought that was ranch on the pizza?
Oh, God. I knew I shouldn't hate that.
Hey, we're right back
It was
into
more
Big
like
Daddy's
blue cheese.
restroom.
Yes.
So October 22nd, the
Both of
second.
them.
Notice it's second, like two fangs, like a snake.
Right, 2-2.
The second local showcase. I wouldn't say starring us.
Hey, we're number 2.
We're kind of like we're number 3 technically in the lineup, but
You guys gonna still
You guys got
put the
Redrawn.
pin
You
in
guys got Caleb and
we're
Cloud.
going to put the
All that.
yes. So
if you show
you
up,
guys
Band
you
of
will get
Names.
bit.
I'm super excited. I was telling you guys earlier about Band of Names. They only have like 153 people that follow them on Facebook, but they're also those kind of. That's beautiful.
Yes.
They're also the kind of
Never
cats that
hold
like probably don't do Facebook. But if you want to see a show like that rivals a Thunder the Snake show, Band of Names, all certified killers in the band. They have 2 bass players, not just one, 2.
What?
Ugh.
The lead singer, there's a lead bass player and a regular bass player. The lead bass player, and he doesn't play on all of them. His name's Christian Fabian, and he has some crazy out there Iggy Pop like stage person. Like, and if you met the guy in public, he's like, "Hey, how are you doing?" He's the most quiet guy you'd ever talk to. And I'll take that later. He's one of those guys that you're just like, that guy's a lead singer in a band, and like it's a crazy band. And then Caleb and Cloudly Constant, awesome. Of course, we're gonna push your back, but what is crazy is Unwanted Company is one of the bands we were supposed to play with first, and they're such a fun band. If you just look, they do a very really cool point of view videos of like vlog everything that goes into the band. So like you just watch a couple of their episodes on YouTube and you're like, okay, I get the gist of the dynamics, and then you watch them kind of play a show and they're like, it's kind of out there and it's interesting stuff, but it's pretty cool artistic, I guess, way to show all the things that are going on in
Watch
a band.
a singer just
Yeah.
carry a microphone into the freaking show going, oh, I'm so tired.
Wait a minute, singers load in. No,
Singers load in?
Shane, listen.
Shane, take notes.
No,
Shane,
you better stop.
pick something up. Shane,
Listen.
pick something up and drag it to the stage.
Jay and I will
Sorry,
tell
late,
you,
guys.
we had 1 or 2 shows where Shane did some shit. We had to talk with him, and he's never been.
Shane's still riding that wave where he picked up one
No.
thing. It wasn't even our band.
Shane,
He didn't even take it to the right car.
we ended up with a lot of free gear that way, but no,
I
Shane.
bring my
You
mic
guys are in
stand.
sound check, and he's out there fucking helping the other guys load out.
Well, that's the
Yeah,
fun
yeah.
part about sound check.
Shane ain't carrying nothing but a beer.
And he doesn't sound check. If you'll notice, they'll be like sound check or stage right vocals, and I'll get on and go blah 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 blah. They're like, all right, center vocal, center vocal,
Center vocal.
center vocal,
And you'll just
You're
stand
and
there.
then I'll walk over there and be like, check, check, check. This is Shane's microphone. Check. And he's sitting back, and he'll sit back there and be like,
Sounds good.
I'm like, okay.
No, most
Gene
of the
Simmons
time,
motherfucker.
it was like, all right, meet Shane at the bar, 4 shots of whiskey.
That's why you can't make it
Give
through
me a
a set.
6-pack of PBR tall cans.
Yeah, he would usually load it. Yeah, between you
me
and
and him would freaking load up on the whiskey, and then he'd go on,
And then
give him a
he'd
beer,
give
and he'd go
everybody-
on stage, and then my job was to make sure that he had the beer. Here's your beer to pour in your head.
The benefit to this band
Here's
is
the beer to drink.
he doesn't have to get into the total crazy wild Shane Bobcat, because this kid, like, you would come, you'd be like, I don't want to take a PBR shower, bud. You're like, it's coming. You're like, please.
Yeah, buddy.
He'd be like, okay.
I literally had to have a talk with him. I'm like, hey,
He'd
listen,
be like, my gear.
keep
costs
your
a lot.
beer off my amp,
Yes,
Please.
yes.
please. Like amps and beers don't mix.
What could possibly go wrong?
I thought Dennis was going to come out of
Cold
the sound
beer on
booth
hot
and beat
tubes?
his ass.
Oh, that's where the metal comes from.
When he it was just a little bit, and like Shane is I wouldn't say he's calmed down, but he's definitely like learned, okay, this band, you don't have to do these
we're
things.
gonna throw out the M word. Shane has matured.
The M word.
The M word.
Sure.
Oh, I was like, wait,
just
that's
started-
not
you
start
just-
with an
You
N.
just said it.
That's what I heard. I was like, whoa, are we seeing natural light again? I'm not gonna lie, I was wondering where that was going myself. Woo!
Look,
And then
look, look. Now
I
I
started
did,
sweating for a second.
I did,
Oh,
I
man,
did put
we
out,
got canceled.
So did Shane.
I did put out a disclaimer before the show.
Uh-huh.
The following program is intended for mature audiences.
Ah, the M word. Yes.
So there's
So Shane didn't show up.
Shane.
And then I guess you guys had
Cup of
redrawn in here.
cheese.
got him.
Woo! You guys had weird. You guys had redrawn in.
Yes, we did.
Probably 3 or 4 weeks ago.
A bit longer than that, but yeah.
That was like tapioca.
Yeah, no, those guys are fucking great. I'm a big fan of
I,
Redrawn.
yeah. Other than I can't pronounce the name, and like what's fun is like the email. So Gibby sends out an email that if you don't, Brian Gibby, the book Cowhouse Productions, sends out an email. Hey, this is what we need from you guys. This is Dennis. This is, I forgot the other guy in the back. Dennis, if you ever meet the dude, like sound dude runs side. Actually, he was running sound at 926 the last time I saw him. He's one of those black dude, big ass dreads.
Before you sit down.
He's
Dwayne.
Dwayne.
So Dennis is the other dude that works at the moon.
I knew-
Dennis
I was
is
like,
Cooper's dad.
That's right.
Dennis
Okay.
Cooper, yeah.
So Dwayne, hey, good to see you. I was like, anyway.
Hey, take a
what were
big
we
whip
talking
while
about?
he's
Peanut
that close.
butter.
Just go
Oh,
ahead.
no, don't get in there.
Yeah, I'm gonna get in there.
Oh, hey, come on, man.
See, it's not fair. He
Oh,
still
you're
has
not-
hair, and then
Vermin's in the house.
what were we talking about? Anyway,
You got your fishing hat on. You didn't wear your
Root
town
beers.
hat.
anyway, watch the shit with you guys about Redrawn, and
Yes.
like in the email, it basically says how to pronounce their name. I was like, I'm glad they said that because most people are.
Man, Beelzebub was the worst.
This is
because
South Florida or South Georgia, North Florida. People aren't going to be like,
You've said it
What's
like 8
Redwood?
times, and I'm still
No
not even going to
farts.
try.
Tits.
when you read it,
it's red,
it was just like
Redwin.
Redrawn.
they're like
Yeah, but it's redrawn with
Beelzebub?
drawn has no vowel. in it.
It's missing an A.
Yeah,
Yes,
because all the assholes are in the band. No, I'm just kidding.
Whoa.
I'm kidding.
Whoa.
What's another good A adjective? All the
Apples.
Apples are-
I was
yeah,
gonna say
there you go.
apples.
That's a noun, but okay.
artichoke.
Angry.
Oh, yeah, you're right. Adjective. All
There's
the
no-
action.
Hey, there
Action.
you go.
All the
Yeah,
actions
all the
in the
action.
band. That's why
Yes.
there's no A in redrawn because all the action is in the band.
Or
There you go.
that's a verb, but
Fuck, man! Quit
Words-
Englishizing me.
words are hard. An adjective.
I ain't about no
A
book
word that
learning,
describes
man.
a noun.
Yes.
Right.
Ain't about no book learning.
Active.
Hey, if words are
Verb.
difficult,
It's
follow
for
Thunder the
active.
Snake.
Yeah. If you find words, so let me see. I see.
If you find words
Oh,
difficult, some 27.
words
That's
like
right.
adjective.
The Reverend himself. Yeah, I'm here. Look at me go.
right here having a good time.
There he is. That's him. Been in my house for 3 weeks.
So glad you could make it, man.
Bless you.
Ah.
Hey, it's
Dude, that
hey,
was fucking perfect.
he
Worked
had a
out fucking
choice. He could
perfect.
either go to Key West and stay in Key West and a badass, or
Yeah, but
come
boss-
to the swamp.
I'll
Or
come
see
over
Thunder the
side.
Snake.
Every year.
No, I just come down here.
He comes here.
Can I
Oh,
say that it's really weird that you put your bathroom right there in the middle of the floor? It looks like a dog bowl.
That is.
That is a dog bowl.
A
Uh,
lot
you-
of splashing.
Have you met my dog? You're not gonna want to pee in that. She doesn't. She has no sense of humor. She's German. Yeah,
Goddamn,
German,
this
German
very-
Shepherd. She
the
doesn't find
driest
shit
sense of
funny.
humor.
at all. At all.
No, yeah. Yes, October 22nd. Oh my God, it's gonna fucking rock. Now, kids out there, if you guys plan your day correctly, you can do both events that we have promoted for the last 2 weeks. If you plan your day right, because the
Who does that?
Yeah,
Plan
come
their
on,
day
man.
right.
that's why I'm here.
If you plan your day right, you're starting to drink at like 9 o'clock in the morning and
Which is
pre-gaming for the Thunder the
You're
Snake show.
hydrating.
Which
yeah.
is exactly when the fucking Paracon starts at the Warrior,
I'll
9
be
to
on
5.
2 wheels,
Then
so
you
I don't
get
know if
out
I'll
at
be
5, and then you're at the moon to watch Thunder the Snake in the evening.
Wow.
I was thinking about quitting.
You
my
actually
job.
have time to get there.
Yeah, you can do both easily.
Both.
PBR.
Oh, yeah.
Both.
People's Beer of
You can go on a fucking ghost hunt in the morning,
Bad.
and then rock it out with Thunder the Snake in the evening. You should do that.
Rock out with your snake out.
Don't do that.
So
in
I've
school.
got all the.
Yeah.
Wait, is there a school event? Did I just
Flake
fuck
out
up?
with your snake out. You know, that's after you pass out while you're peeing, I guess.
It happens.
It does. Or you pee on yourself.
Should I tell Mason to not?
Yeah, don't flake out with your snake out.
Don't flake out with your snake out, Mason.
So yeah,
But I
Right,
love that
so-
German staycation.
yeah. The show this Saturday. Doors are at 6. Show at 7. $10 for
No farts.
yeah.
Oh, I think
We
that
got-
that's not going to happen.
We got Redrawn, Unwanted Company, Band of Names, No Parts,
Oh, that's a pee.
Us Truly,
Yeah, I thought it was an
Radio USA, and Caleb McLeod and the Constant.
Oh, Caleb.
How much for a cheese cup? Is that on the
That's free.
VIP
$3.
$3.
Hell yeah.
Comes with a bush
I
light.
love
All you gotta do is come
Yeah.
see us at the merch booth.
Tall bush light
Comes with a bush.
with a yellow strip that says extra beer.
Drive by Stone has a good point. You can't drink all day if you don't start in the morning.
It's true. You have to. Yeah.
Look,
You know, I'm
facts.
starting to
Get up
really
at
like these
4 a.m.
fellas.
It's commitment.
Spitting, Spitting fucking facts. Man. So
Hey, so we actually share a shed. Like, we're in the same area for a practice space with Trial by Stone, and we've had some like sticker wars recently.
oh, I've heard about this. I've seen
going
it.
back
I've seen
and
a little
forth.
bit of
He
it.
told that man about some stickers.
Stickers.
You want sticker wars?
Speaking of stickers,
I'm down.
We have a couple right here. Do we have cameras on these?
No, we don't.
Oh,
Not
okay.
tonight.
That's unfortunate.
Unless we
we
do maybe this one. You can see them very
Oh,
small, and then I gotta get it.
We never did that kind of shit at Orange.
There we go.
Avenue.
We got Thunder the
That was
Snake
classy.
sticker.
I need to do you guys some shit up. Huh?
Then,
got
you know, we
Amber
tried to
Painting,
do
Falls
presents at
Chase.
Old shed, and you couldn't really.
Our Final Feud. Got Trial by Stone right here sticker. I'm collecting
I got
stickers.
me
Oh,
one
we
of
know
the
all
new
about
fangled
stickers.
iPads, so I've been doing some artwork on the thing. It's pretty fun.
Yeah, and November 12th.
Yeah, man, I'm ready for that. That's gonna be fun.
Oh, dude,
What
that's
is
going to be
this?
such a. So,
Happening again.
Off the Record podcast,
Okay.
Summer Smokehouse, The Warrior on the River, and Tallahassee Harley Davidson are sponsoring a show just featuring Falls Chase, Thunder the Snake, and Trial by Stone. That is going to be a good fucking show. If you people look, you people need to quit your job if you cannot make that show. This is where it's at. After this, I can die happy, man.
Where is
I'm done.
that?
That's gonna be a warrior.
The Warrior. Yeah.
No,
So good.
Oh.
I'm ready to look at them all.
Beck, where it's at? Yeah.
There's one of him with a guitar and a riding mower.
Yeah.
That's where you
Hot as
practice.
shit. I am a sexy bitch.
that one?
Which one?
As long as you realize it.
You do
There's so
one with
many
a
y'all
water
don't know
hose.
about.
Jay, you got to hop into comments because we're live right now. Go ahead, hop into comments and share the pictures.
Oh no, we can't share these.
Yeah, totally. Can.
Hey, do we have any other questions we need to be addressing here?
Now, are there any questions?
Yeah, you can share that.
What?
We can hold it up to the camera.
But you can't share.
Will we get in trouble if we share pictures?
Well, that's probably good if you do keep it that way, because then
okay.
I would share more pictures. And that would
There'd be
bad.
so
Okay.
many pictures.
It'd be
Well, I
not
see.
good.
So just in case anybody doesn't know, also that this weekend, the October 22nd show will more than likely
Oh,
be
yes,
my
yes.
last show. So I'm
Hold
Gotta-
on. Do I get a fucking boo thing for that? Where's
Dun,
the-
Boo.
What about this guy with the face? Can we press that button?
Not that. Oh my god.
I don't think that worked as well as I thought it
That
would.
was kind of scary.
No,
That was perfect. That was great. Couldn't have
So-
made it better.
oh, here
So,
we go.
That was more
No,
sad.
That sucked compared to
Yeah,
the
that's
face.
some of that video.
Dude, well, the face. Look, the face only gets trumped by this.
Jesus
right here.
Christ, how big is your bladder?
I had a phone call.
Oh, you had a phone call.
All right, so
With
this
his
is
bladder.
this is the only thing that trumps the face.
That was
That's
actually
it.
Cup
kind
of
of
cheese.
That's my favorite.
That's more like
that's hands down.
There ain't
that's a
nothing like
gallon of
ain't
cheese. Is
nothing
what
like a
that
good
was.
Mason, was that a Pantera tattoo that I saw
Yeah.
on there?
Right there.
Check that shit out.
Shane's got one of them on the side of his head.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But I also have a Wu-Tang tattoo.
Absolutely.
I got
Yeah.
Slayer tattoos on me.
And then I have a Outcast tattoo on my leg.
Hell
Got
yeah.
one on my hand.
Rainbow.
And they got the
First
eagle on
album.
my shoulder.
And then I have this is lyrics from a Killswitch song, but in German. It
In
says
German?
yeah, it says Stimme vom Stimmelosen, which just means the voice of the voiceless, which is like one of the lyrics from a song.
I have my wife's ass on my forearm.
Yeah, you do. That's a scale
I
replica.
got a fried
too.
chicken leg.
Now you're living.
It's
And a whiskey bottle, and then a Zippo, and a mug of beer.
It's a two-piece of biscuit.
Well, there's that.
Nope, just chicken.
I discussed his last supper for wrestling.
On his back. On his back. In fact, you need to get that
I'll
on
show you later.
camera.
I don't think I have
Show
any.
you later.
It's
Sure.
amazing.
Oh,
It's amazing. They're eating fried chicken.
You're
It's
bogging
the
a
shit.
podling with a freaking bottle of fucking Jim Beef. Oh, I'll show you.
It's the
Yeah.
shit.
Oh.
And it's like detailed.
Which one of y'all is a wrestler? Are you a 90s, 80s wrestling fan?
They used to come in
late
around
90s.
Viceland. I don't know. Have you ever watched Dark Side of the Ring?
Yeah.
Yes.
So, Dark Side of the Ring, guess what happens now? They have a new series called Tales from the Territory.
Oh, God.
Oh, like old Von Erich shit and everything like that.
So,
Yeah.
oddly, so people ask us, they're like, where do you guys come up with your ideas for a song? Well, I was hanging out one night and I wanted to write a song. We wrote a song about Arn Anderson called Spinebuster. And then I was like, you know what? Let's write I want to write a song about, Randy Macho Man Savage. So I started like writing stuff and I like learning things. I'm watching YouTube videos about him. I was like, oh, that's kind of cool, whatever. And I kind of knew a lot about him, but it wasn't coming together like Spinebuster was. And I'm sitting there watching TV and Viceland pops up and it's Tales from the Territory and it's CWA, which is Jeff Jarrett's dad, Jerry Jarrett, I think, was running a regional promotion in Tennessee. And they tell the story of Macho Man Randy Savage getting in a knife fight at a Waffle House.
Yeah.
So I shared the story with the band.
Yeah.
They're like, Waffle House knife fight?
Waffle House night.
That sounds like a fucking song.
I got a song on here I wrote called Knife Fight.
So it literally started.
But is it having
writing
to do with
like-
Waffle House?
Yeah, and is it
Randy Macho Man
Randy
Savage?
Macho Man
It's
Savage?
just
That's
me
the key.
having a bad day.
So ended up writing this pig and like,
But a waffle would have made that better.
Waffle House trip would have made it better.
Hoping for a
But so if you don't know the story, it goes something like this. They played a small house show. Well, basically they went from Memphis to Nashville and they played all these weekly. And this is where Jerry the King Lawler got big. This if you're familiar with Jim Carrey's role in the movie Man on the Moon, Andy Kaufman was part of that.
He was
huge in the that was the promotion, CWA. That was Andy Kaufman and Jerry the King Lawler going back and forth.
Yeah.
And there was Dutch Mantell and a bunch of guys. Pretty much anybody that was everybody in the Memphis circuit ended up in WWE or WCW. So at the time, Lenny Poffo and his brother, Macho Man Randy Savage, he's in the CWA. He does a house show in Nashville. After the show, him and a dude go to the Waffle House to get a bite to eat. And he's like hungry, and Macho Man's super intense all the time. His food's coming, and a dude walks in the door. He says, "Hey, everybody, congratulate me! I just got married." And apparently, it's like this third shift, like line cook, and
They stopped everything.
Macho Man sees the waitress coming with his steak and eggs, and she puts it down and starts clapping.
And he lost.
And he
Don't you
lost it.
hesitate with my hash browns.
So he goes,
A little bit of roid rage.
he's like, yeah, a little bit of roid rage, actually. And the guy says, I just got married. And Randy Macho Man says, nobody gives a shit about you getting married, brother. And
Give me my goddamn
the dude's
steak
like,
and
what the
eggs.
fuck you say? And he hops up and he gets in his face. And he punches Macho Man. Macho Man punches him. And the dude pulls out this big fucking knife. And he starts to take a slash at Macho Man. Macho Man jumps up on the counter. He looks at, I forgot the guy that was with him, but he's like, throw me a knife. The dude's like, and it's a fucking butter knife.
Yeah.
And Macho's like, fuck, throws the butter knife down.
Hits him with the leg drop. Fuck it.
And the dude takes off. And then the cops show up. And Macho Man's like, I don't want to fight. And they're like swinging batons at him. He's just grabbing the batons and throwing them out the window. And they're like, fuck this, send in Bo. And he's like, what the fuck is Bo? And Bo's a canine, comes in and bites the shit out of Macho Man's ass. Like, bit a hole in his ass. They
The
arrest
dog
him.
don't give a shit.
No, the dog eats
You
ass
can
too.
hit a dog. and
This
let
is
him
before
run.
2022,
He
man.
gonna keep
Dogs eat
coming.
ass just, yeah, anyway. So
Dogs eat their own
that's
ass.
called a callback in comedy.
Yeah.
So they take fucking Macho Man to jail with a big hole in his ass, and he gets bailed out and goes the next day. And I was like, yeah, I'm gonna write a song about it.
That's a song.
So yeah.
So I think the important question here is, what is your Waffle House order?
Hey,
that is a-
Well, that's a
Let me
legit
tell you
question.
something.
That's a legit question.
Back in the day, we get messed up at shows, and I'd be like, all right, you got to come to the house, wash your ass, wash some clothes.
So you can
No, just because, but on the way from a show or something, because it's like, hey, man, he's like, man, we're just gonna go to my place. Have 7-Eleven hot dog with some chili, cheese.
No.
What's the
Or
Waffle
whatever it
House?
was. That, or if it wasn't that, it was 7-Eleven. You had to get a freaking chili cheese dog from 7-Eleven.
But
what's your
what's
Waffle
your
House?
guns on the table at Waffle,
Waffle
House? What
House.
are you ordering?
Your Waffle House order.
Well, Waffle House is going to be
All-Star. That's me.
it's going to be. I'm just going to get hash browns.
Yeah.
Give me the bacon. I want it.
He does the old
ham,
red
I want the
color,
onions,
smother,
I want the
smanger,
cheese.
smanger,
So
smother,
smother,
smack it up, kick it up.
I used to love it when they had the sausage gravy. That was good too.
Mm.
The sausage gravy on hash browns.
I think they call it jizzed.
Waffle jizz.
Let me get my
I'll
hash
tell you
brown
what I
jizz.
do now.
Side
Ever
waffle
since
jizz, please.
ever since they came out with the bowls, I
Oh,
get
the bowls.
I get the sausage
Oh, man.
bowl with a side of grits.
They have those now too. I've had those.
Yeah. And I take the grits and I mix everything together. I just make a slop,
Yes.
and that's what I eat.
I do that
I mix
now.
all my shit.
I am
dude,
a-
when it comes to breakfast, if I can't mix it all together, dude,
It's all
I'm
going
not
in the
kidding.
same
Like
hole.
I've been to places, and when if I say, "Do y'all have grits?" If they don't have grits, I have to change my whole order.
Yep.
Like I literally I've been to places like
Yeah.
I went
out
to New
west
York
and
one
up
time
north.
and asked for grits, and they looked at me like I was nuts.
I was out somewhere out west one time, and they only served. It was like a IHOP or Denny's, a 24-hour breakfast place, and they only serve grits during breakfast hours.
I would fucking
But yet
walk.
they sell breakfast 24 hours a day, but only
Not real
grits
breakfast,
from
right.
like 6 to 10.
No, wait. Could
And
you get
what's your
could you
Waffle
get
House
hash
order?
browns?
So,
'Cause if it was
number
only
one,
grits, I
not a
would've
big
fucking
Waffle
walked.
House
That's just
guy.
so gross.
Number two,
Grits
if
are
I'm gonna
fucking
eat
disgusting.
It,
They're
I was,
awesome, man. You never
my
had
problem
good
with Waffle
grits.
House is they do their
No,
hash
fuck
browns.
that.
One side's
These are
crispy,
ones,
one
yeah.
side's
Ah.
not.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I don't
Other
do
than that, I
grits.
like the
grits in
double
New
cheese
York,
and
yeah.
the onions and all
That
that
shit is
stuff.
that shit is wet sand.
But Jay brought up
It's wet
the thing
sand.
about the bowl. There is a
No,
joint
man.
in Tallahassee
Crushed corn.
called Woodchuck's Cafe.
Oh, God.
Off Dart.
And if you drive by it, you're like, that's a fucking. Is that a
Goddamn gas station?
trap house and a gas
Wait a minute.
station?
Wait a minute.
Wait a minute, and you go
wait,
in.
Wait a minute. I'm sorry. There is a breakfast joint on Tharp.
Woodchucks.
on Tharp before you
You've
get
never
to
heard
Mission.
of Woodchuck Cafe?
No.
So
Welcome
you know-
to life.
You do.
All right.
Welcome
Welcome
to
to the
life.
first day of the rest of your life.
And I love breakfast. Like
So,
I could eat it 3 times a day.
yeah,
From
I
a fat
fucking-
kid?
If you
Yeah,
go
dude,
to so
man.
You're missing out.
the,
So please tell me
the
about
Sunoco
skinny.
gas station, it's on Tharp before you get to Mission, right there by the railroad tracks. Or it's a little bit before that. It's the Northwood Animal Hospital, I think, is right there.
Yeah, right
Yeah.
across the street.
But they have a breakfast that's literally a 24-ounce can of Budweiser and a pound of bacon.
Oh.
And it's
Yeah.
called the brown bag breakfast. And you're just like, I want to eat that.
How can you not?
But he has a thing
and you can
called
only buy it
breakfast
in
bowl.
change.
So the breakfast bowl, number
Small
one,
change.
he has real deal. It's not, hey, we got these hydrated egg or hydrated potatoes and we put them on the thing and like, yay, hash browns. It's like legit potatoes. And he caramelizes the bottom of them. They're fantastic.
Mm.
Then he makes a nest for the rest of your breakfast.
I feel like
It's
you're
got-
talking dirty to me
Oh,
right
yeah.
now.
Yes.
It's got
I know,
onions.
right?
It's got
You need to
eggs.
shut
It's got
up,
a
man.
diced
I'm
up
skinny.
biscuit in it. It's got sausage. It's got bacon.
I got a
It's got gravy. Gravy with a
Does
B
it have an erection?
because it's
Gravy.
gravy and cheese on top of it. And it comes out and it's just fucking awesome. And then you're like, oh, they make great breakfast. Pancakes, pound for pound, best pancakes ever. And I ate there for like 2 years before I figured out the dude that owns it is a guy like I grew up with. And I'm like, is that you, Chris? He's like, yeah, man, what's up? You've been eating here for like 2 years. You never noticed I was back here? I was like,
Been too busy focusing on
Dude,
that food, man.
absolute fire to the point that I was like, hey, man, I got this band and we want to do some band photos. Can we come in and like do them in your joint? He's like, oh, yeah. Come in after.
Yeah.
Like, we close at X, show up, we'll set the plates up, I'll feed you, we'll have a good time. I was like,
All right.
deal.
Yes.
You ain't lying.
But the breakfast bowl there, the hash, man, fire. Like, yeah.
I'm serious. I'm going Sunday.
Dude,
I'll tell you another really good
and the
breakfast
burgers
spot.
are good too.
Yeah.
Another really good
Can it
breakfast
be?
spot, Ma's Diner.
Yes.
Out off Rapid
Oh,
Road.
is that
Yeah.
still kicking?
buddy, boy.
Woo!
Yeah,
Man,
Ma's
that
I
shit
remember
is-
that from back in
So
the day.
if y'all never done it at Waffle House, go get the bacon cheesesteak
Yeah, that's
with hash browns.
That's my order.
But get a waffle with it. It's
Let me
the
tell you
salty
something.
sweet that you
Let me
weren't
tell
ready
you something I
for.
learned that totally blew my mind. The best burger I ever had in my life come from a Village Inn.
Yes.
Dude, Village Inn is the sleeper
Absolutely.
in
Just
breakfast.
like the picture when you get it. And
Absolutely.
you're like, holy crap.
Bro, forever in a day, Shane and I used to go. It'd be like, go out, party, have a good time, Villaggio. We'd go to the Villaggio, and you'd have breakfast at the Villaggio, and we always had the same waiter because, like, all of us were in the service industry in some shape, form, or fashion. So that dude was like, all right, I'm going to take all their orders. I'm going to walk out with $150
Yeah, buddy, you knew what's
at
up.
2 something in the morning.
Yeah.
That dude treated you like fucking royalty to the point he's like, hey, this person ordered all this stuff. It's not going to pay for it. It's yours.
Dude.
And like 27 South would like mow down at a Village Inn. We'd get done at a show, go to after party, hang out at the Village Inn and be like, hey, Clark, and be like, your normal table? You're like, yeah, sounds good. Put us in a booth and just like, meh, pancakes, everybody pancakes, and then like just piles and piles.
Soak up that alcohol.
And let's
So
be
easy.
honest,
I
I
like
have
some
no
syrup,
business eating any of that, but here I am at 3:00 in the morning, honking down pancakes, and I do this really weird thing that I've never told anybody before, but I hit them with a syrup, okay, and I take the salt shaker, dust it, and then I eat them. Salty sweet.
Speaking of
Makes
like
sense to me.
how Shane is like real good at like saying like things that are probably unnecessary at the moment.
Yeah.
Do you remember when we
I can't wait. To see
we
the
were
show.
on the road somewhere and he was being pissy as shit?
I don't
And he
believe that
was
for
hung-
1 second.
You'd had to been there. And he was hungry, and I was driving, and I was like, "There's a Shoney's," and I thought he said I'd rather eat a rancid dark carcass, but he said I could eat a rancid dog carcass at this moment in time. Dog carcass.
I had to translate it for you.
And dude, we pulled into this Shoney's. I don't remember where we were, but
Yeah.
it's the best Shoney's I've ever had
Yep.
in my entire
and that was
life.
the last Shoney's that was ever worth eating at
Yeah.
in North America. So I
Do
went,
you remember the time that we ate at the Hoot? We went to a Hooters in Valdosta.
Can you say that again in English?
went to a Hooters.
Hooters?
Hooters.
We went to a Hooters in Valdosta. And I remember
When did you become
it was on a
Canadian?
Sunday,
I don't know.
and in Valdosta, it's a
Valdosta.
dry county on Sunday, and
Yes.
we couldn't drink.
Yeah.
And all I remember was the waitress at
Is
the
anyone
table
used
next
that
to
bag?
us, and I was like, "She is
Give me
why
one.
they call it
No.
Hooters."
That was
Oh,
empty.
so fun Jay Quinn story.
No.
Oh yeah, we scooped up Jay in 27 South when he was a young
Whatever's
man,
there.
didn't know a whole lot of anything, and we had just played. I think we made like a run to Atlanta, and we're coming back through, and we ended up in someplace north of Thomasville that had an all-you-can-eat barbecue joint on Sunday, and we're all hungover, smell like buttholes and beer, and
Why?
Jay had the butthole part's because we're fucking filthy, dirty metal.
This
band.
was
Cheese
preemie.
cup.
Oh, this is 27 South. We're cup of cheese in each other in a hot van. Beulah May was the van's name, and not really. So we get to
General
this place.
Leroy.
Well, General Leroy was the band that
All right, guys, I
Dude.
dropped one, so have fun.
So
It's like
Jay,
Gary
we go to this
Roulette.
restaurant. Jay's like, they don't have cheeseburgers. So Jay's like a young buck and never been out of the greater Will Kill You area other than a handful of trips to the great city of Tallahassee. And
Find out. Is this the one?
he didn't eat anything.
Oh, it is.
He didn't eat anything.
Right.
Like he only ate cheeseburgers. So we go to this,
Seafood.
we go to this burger joint.
I didn't know you were gonna throw it.
Drop 2.
We go to this barbecue joint, and the waiter's like, "Hey, how you?" He's like, he has an Irish accent, and Jay is just like, "Are you from Ireland?" I was like, "No, motherfucker, he's from Israel." Yes, he's from Ireland. And he's like, "Do you have cheeseburgers?" And the guy's like, "No cheeseburgers. It's a barbecue joint and Jay's like, I was like, he'll have the ribs, all you can eat. He's like, I've never eaten ribs. I was like, you're going to eat them today. And he's like, fuck it. Okay. He eats the ribs, and I'll never forget the first bite Jay takes. He's like, he looks at me like, holy shit. Is this real?
I've been
like,
mixing up this whole time.
This ain't a hamburger.
There's
This
meat
ain't
in
a
a
hammer.
different
This
form.
is so good. Jay only ate like cheeseburgers and pizza growing up.
This
And then-
leprechaun brought me these
And what's so
amazing
crazy
things.
is like now he's like such a great it's super cool because you hear him and his old lady Dolly go out and they're kind of foodies where they eat like I tried this and I tried that and blah blah blah. I was like, I made him eat ribs for the first time.
He's the last bit
Dude.
of culture in Thunder the Snake.
Yeah,
Dude,
absolutely.
remember when we used to, we would go to Gordo's and I would be like, cheeseburger.
Oh yeah,
Oh man, is that chicken Philly?
Dude,
what the fuck
I'm not
are you eating
kidding.
chicken Phillies,
Dude, have you never had the chicken Philly?
Listen,
yet?
I've known Eddie since I was fucking 15 years old.
So I need you.
I'm a grown ass man.
I can't stand
You're both wrong.
Ugh.
You're
I
both
love
wrong.
I'm gonna eat all
I
the things that are
miss-
Put
good.
everything on that stupid bread. No, I gotta want it.
man.
I miss Banditos.
Oh,
Yeah,
dude.
that was a
So,
good.
Oh,
bass,
Banditos burritos.
bass player in Caleb McLeod in the Constant. I sent him this text earlier this week about Banditos. Hold on, just 1 second.
Dude, when I worked at Cone, I delivered beer to Banditos, and there was a girl there that, I'm not kidding, if I had hooked up with her before I met Dolly,
You should end the sentence
Oh, boy.
immediately. You should end the
I
sentence
would have
immediately.
regretted every choice I
As
made
a
in my
reverend.
life.
well,
What
hopefully
could
she's not aware.
possibly go wrong? For
Jay,
this?
Jay, with all due respect, shut the fuck up for your own saying.
Hold on.
Anyways,
You know what?
so I
Let's-
told my friend
As a
about.
reverend, I forgive you.
Wait,
Keep
you
going.
can
Let's
you
hear
can
it.
edit this, right?
No,
You just edit this out.
No, this is live.
yeah, something like that. Sure.
But you're
Yeah, go
forgiven.
for it, buddy.
I can do that. Lambo.
And this is off the record, so whatever you say cannot be.
Well,
I'd like to take a moment to
Fuck
say
yeah.
I deeply miss Banditos burritos. That Diablo sauce.
Agreed.
The
Well-
cheap beer, the cheap tacos.
Yeah.
Jay,
The loose women. Wait a minute.
I
Hey,
miss the Gordos that used to be up
just-
in college.
just to clear the
yeah,
air,
Downtown,
Yeah.
right
Oh,
there by the
my
cabin.
Kyle
Yes.
That was
Way
way
better.
is sleeping with one
Yes.
of our backup singers.
damn right.
Dude, come on. You're not supposed to fucking air our dirty laundry out.
Jay's
Hey,
the backup
He's
singer.
gonna throw it out there on me. I'm gonna throw it out there on him.
All right.
Vote
So,
Walter Moccasin.
yes.
Put the venom in them.
The event, the election.
Thunder,
So,
Strike.
all right.
Bud, Bush Light. Almost said Bud.
Drink. Bush Light.
Let's take a second. I would like to get the unofficial, off the record input. So we have a discussion amongst ourselves in the band. We put a bunch
You
of
wipe
weird,
from the front or the back?
no. We put a bunch of weird content out there. We participate in the chats every week, and like we're kind of like, I don't know,
Smell your fingers after you wipe.
yeah, you know,
Yeah,
in your
Fish.
face, right?
How do you know when you're done?
So if
Adult-
you had to
adult
guess,
stuff. Yeah.
is what we're doing pissing off other bands? Because if we are, that's not like our intent. We're literally trying to push other things.
Yeah, all right. So here would be my thing.
I don't care.
If by what you are doing, throwing yourself out there with the videos and participating in everything and getting in here and Thunder the Snake and everything, if that's pissing other people off, the only reason that they're pissed is because they don't have the energy to do it themselves. They need
That's
to
when
fuck.
you just
They need to fucking step it up.
I mean, our whole goal
Look,
is to
I
entertain
think
people.
you should,
Look, dude.
yeah, you should start a Thunder the Snake
Hey,
OnlyFans
put it
page.
this way. Put it this way.
It
Just
exists.
pictures of Thunder and pictures of Snake.
Obviously, if you would pay the $5 a month, you would see it.
In fact, you need to like Photoshop.
It's not that much.
That'd be
on
that'd
the
be
snake.
one.
Lightning,
That'd be
lightning.
one
$5
OF
a
I
year
would subscribe
For a
to.
case of Bush
Hell yeah.
Light, you can
That
see
is
all
you know, I
the
see,
light bush. You can see.
like I
You don't
watch
even
and I
have to
like
pay
I
real
get
money.
I
We'll
get
take
to learn
photocopies
about
and
other bands that were going on right now. I wouldn't have any other idea without
Do you
this
still
going on. I'm
do you
like,
still have any of your
do we
IGA
piss off
stamps?
promoters and other bands by doing all the
So
silly shit we do?
we had and
We
I-
honor those.
we had a band on, and I'm not naming any names. We had a band on that had created some drama within the community, and so they came on, and I didn't fucking know that there was any drama going on, and I saw you, and it made
It was probably me. If it says Facebook,
it
user,
may have been you.
guaranteed.
I
Did you,
know.
fix, did you fix that yet?
I don't know how to.
It may or may not have been
Computers are
you,
hard.
but it was
That's the
definitely
ultimate alias of Facebook.
it was definitely some other prominent members of
Mhm.
our community that was definitely in the chat, dropping little hints every now and then, trying to get their goat. And
Nah, doesn't sound like me then.
yeah,
No, not at all.
No. So
No.
my thing is, if I know you, yeah, I'll poke you. If I don't know you, I'm not going to do.
yeah,
that.
there's definitely some poking going on in the chat.
No, we're not going to intentionally poke anybody or
No,
like,
like it,
upset anybody intentionally. We're just here to have fun.
No, and I don't
You
think
gotta
the
intentionally poke somebody.
I don't
Otherwise,
think-
date night's no
That's
fun.
what she said.
I don't think the guilty
Yeah, that's how you end up in
parties
court, dog.
were necessarily trying to start anything.
Oh yeah.
I think they were trying to.
No means maybe.
You think that maybe the repercussions of that were unintentional, but
I
Holy shit,
think
yeah.
they're maybe trying to draw them out a little bit.
oh,
Right.
wow.
Yeah, to get them to basically hang themselves.
Shout out Gary
Oh.
Busey. Hell yeah.
Yeah.
Man, hopefully. I
Love
didn't-
that guy.
Oh, okay, maybe that was me.
Now, thankfully,
Oops, Gary Busey reference. Okay.
thankfully, drama was completely avoided, and if the guys that we had on the show either didn't notice it or didn't care, I think they didn't notice it.
Here's the thing a lot of bands need to understand. 50% of your music is music. The other 50% is promotion. You can have the greatest product in the world, and if nobody knows about it, nobody gives a fuck.
Yeah, go to Nashville and walk into any bar. There'll be a 16-year-old kid on stage and make you feel like you just fucking.
Yeah, dude, I can watch YouTube, and there's a fucking 5-year-old Japanese kid double tapping 2 basses.
Yeah.
And I'm like, you know what? I kind of quit.
Yeah. What's
Well, and like the
Kinda
thing for
quick.
us is like how I was initially pitched the band. I'll be honest, I didn't know it was a serious band at first. I literally
Hey,
thought
I'm not even in the
Bunch
band.
of jack off.
So, like,
I think
bullshit.
you're either. I think you still think you're wrong.
I'm not 100% yet. I've been here for like a year now, but it's like I was like told, "Hey, show up Sundays, prepare to drink beer and play loud guitar." I'm like, I
All
can.
right.
I those
Do
2
that.
things I'm good
Deal.
at. Like I can drink
Yeah.
beer, I can play guitar.
Now Kyle's like,
Um,
oh, fuck, the other guy's leaving? Shit, I actually got to do
So I'm like,
shit now?
wait a second, hold on, I'm bad at math, but
Do I have to-
Talent.
Do I have to drink his beers too? Oh my god.
all right, let's double up. But anyways, it's like
Gotta
one
eat
of
a
those
lot of
things
bread.
where it's like what we want to do is like we just want to have fun and play music. It's just it's not
That's what it's all about.
like
That's like it,
I
That was
don't
White Trash Messiah.
I don't give a shit to get
the
paid.
shit. It was the shit.
I don't get like I don't care if it's like 7,000 people that show up for the show or 7 people. But if those 7 people show up and they have a good ass time, then we've done our job.
Listen, so just to let you know,
Are there
like
7 people though?
No, well, I'm bad at math. Hold on, 1, 2,
Yeah, I know.
3, 4,
Mason
5,
says you have
6,
to pull
7.
down your pants
There's
and count to
8.
11.
Hey,
8 centimeters.
So, just to let you know, like I've kind of always been the same way. Like I just want to play. Like that's always been my thing. There was a time where in 27 South we were supposed to play a show somewhere. Was it Fort Walton? And the show got canceled after we had already got there. And then somebody told us, they were like, there's a place down the street that'll let you play. It ended up being a coffee shop. It was a coffee shop on a second floor. We had to lug all our shit. So it ended
I
up,
forgot that was the alternative show.
yeah. And we played by ourselves. There was nobody else there except for 3 of our friends that just happened to be in town. And there were beanbags all over the place. And they were like marching like
was
into
Nate
the
Barnes,
beanbags. No,
Kane
it wasn't
Gordon.
Nate. It was
Kane Gordon.
his girlfriend at the time, and somebody else. It
And
wasn't-
Kane was playing 5 doors. Like Kane was in the hardcore band Double O Negative.
Yeah.
And they
I
were
remember them.
playing like
Oh,
4
yeah.
doors down, like 2 hours later than us. And he was like, "Hell yeah!" And they were just going ape shit in the coffee shop.
It was like basically like it was almost like a practice for us.
Drew, yeah,
And Donnie?
yeah.
Halfway through the show, I had to pee, and I was like, I gotta go pee, guys. I'll be right back. And I sat my guitar down, went to use the bathroom, came back, and we finished the show. It was like it wasn't like a
mid set.
mid set. I was just like, I'll be right back.
There.
So we're getting older as a band. If that happens on Saturday in our 30 minute set,
That's natural now.
natural light.
I'll tell you, the band They Hate Us I was in, it was hilarious because it was after Beelzebub, and a few monks go by, and then monks listen in. And
You monks. Hey, good to see you guys.
Shannon's like, we
Hare
need to start
Krishna.
another band. And we got this other guy come in. Kurt Rogers came in to sing. We got another bass player and all that. And we didn't have a name. We put something together in like 2 weeks, and then we got a gig. And like, all the bands are standing together, and they're like, who's going on first? And I'm like, no. They're like, well, nobody knows who you guys are. You're a bunch of old guys. You guys go first. So, all right, cool. That means we can get done and drink and watch you guys. We play, get off stage, unload our shit. Everybody, all the kids come over and was like, what in the hell was that? We got to follow that. And they're like, what's the name of your band? And I'm like, we never got a name of your band. And we were like, we don't have one.
Yeah, but see how that dent is
It's
on
that
the
long
side? That's
enough.
one of my.
But one of the kids said that
Yeah,
they,
this is the one
we
he
hate
threw
you.
at me.
Be
And
brave.
Shannon looked at
I
me and
reached
said,
out.
they hate us. And I looked at him and he looked at me
You're
and
not
was like,
scared, are you, Vermin?
you just named our band. And the man, that even
Motherfucker.
set him off even more. And from that, I even got the guitar that we did that on. I got it painted on the guitar. They hate us. Oh, no.
See?
No money shot.
So that
Bukkake Tsunami.
Dibs on the band name.
speaking of which,
I think it's an anal cunt song.
I started
Yeah.
thinking of the craziest, like, you know how adult films kind of parody regular films?
Yes.
All right. So what if you had
We're gonna do a Thunder the
no,
Snake.
no. SEAL Team 6, okay, the adult film parody Squeal Team 6.
Yeah.
Okay.
Squeal team.
It's some mercenary Beguines that go to take down Osama bin Laden or insert
Been
whatever.
cocking.
Osama bin Laden.
Oh, someone's been cocking, right?
Yeah.
And Squeal Team 6 goes and takes him down. I feel like no matter what I come up with, that movie's already been made, and there's probably 5 sequels to it.
Probably already.
That's just
yes.
something that comes to my mind. Thanks a lot, ADD.
You know what? Hey, you're not alone, brother. You're not alone.
Squeal Team 6.
So, guys, I hate to do it. I have to leave.
Listen, man, we've been on this
I've
pig.
got to go.
There are 6
So
people.
keep it going.
Yeah, we are 2 hours and 11 minutes.
I'm perfectly fine. Listen, October 22nd, show up at the Moon, okay? Bring your dancing shoes.
And your mother.
And your mom. Tell your mom that, Shane will
You're
probably
already in the
slide her
with that
DMs.
hair. Hell yeah.
Yeah, Mom. Shane's coming for a plate, and like if I gotta pose as Shane, Jay, you showed up with notes. Was there something you?
Well, I
wanted
was gonna
to read?
say.
Okay, go ahead.
October
He can't
22nd
read.
at the Moon.
Uh huh.
Doors at 6.
Yep.
Show at 7.
Yep.
It's all
ages.
ages event.
All Asians event.
Sweet. You got redrawn.
All Asians.
Oh, it
I'll
says
bring
all
that kid from
ages.
Florida.
Sorry.
Redrawn. Unwanted
be
company.
there.
Band of names.
Res
No
Nuts,
parts.
$20
Thunder the Snake.
That's fucked up.
Radio
where's the
USA
mute button on
and
that
Caleb
one?
McLeod and the Constant. For all
for
tickets,
Trouble
go to
Stone.
moonevents.com.
Use promo
It's
code Thunder at
$10.
checkout.
It's in the
Wait,
description.
John Wayne's got a question. What's up? Hey, John Wayne.
It's John Wayne.
I know John Wayne.
Sean Wayne.
He said, John Wayne says, what's up? And then he says, is that Jay? Yes, I have
Yes,
2
it
of them.
is.
Which
I have
one?
2 of them.
There's 2
They're
Jays.
side-
Wait, there's 2 J's. Are you talking about
Two
Jay
J's.
Daniels or Jay
I
Quinn?
know
Sip
John
on my
Wayne's a good friend.
JJ,
That
Pat
Jay.
says, hey, Jay.
I know Pat.
when their powers
What's up,
combine,
Oh,
That's right.
actually,
By the way,
That must be you.
Captain
Rob, your
Slam.
nephew, is it Easton or Eaton?
But by the way,
Easton wanted you to say hello.
Oh fuck! So I'm an asshole uncle.
It's okay.
Today is my nephew's 4th birthday.
Happy birthday.
Oh,
Easton,
Nice.
happy birthday, Bubba.
my
It's
birthday
probably
was just a little
9.
bit
It's probably past
ago.
your bedtime, but I hope you have a thunderous
Couple minutes
birthday,
ago.
young man.
I'll drink you under the table next birthday, kid.
I love children.
There are
They stay
reserved
crunchy
seats
and
for
milk.
$20. You could be one of the 6 people that could be the lucky people.
If you reserve a
Reserved
table,
seat on Shane's face.
a reserved table, I think it's $20, and there's 6 seats at that table.
If you reserve a table
Hey,
for Thunder the Snake,
if-
Thunder should
if you're
should
be
kick
sitting
you in the
down,
balls.
If you're still listening,
Thunder
at,
the Snake will bring you beers for $20. You will get served personally by Thunder the Snake.
I think
Bet.
Shane should perm his beard.
Don't say shit like
Don't say
No.
shit like
Let's
that.
not encourage him
It's
to.
like really
He already straightened.
bad Ginger D. Snyder.
Yes.
So here's the deal. We're going to have a good time. You're going to show up. You're going to two-step, get rowdy. And then after we're off stage, you're going to hang out, have a good time. We'll probably participate in some adult beverages, continue to have a good old time, buy some merch, make some poor mistakes. And then later on, we'll probably all end up at Whataburger having a tasty little patty melt, followed up by here's a good question for
There'll be
everybody. You know what? I'm
Asians
just
there.
going to go ahead and tell you the
Asians,
best
a
way
lot
to
of
cure a
All
hangover.
Asians.
Best way to cure a hangover.
Fear.
Gatorade and Excedrin. You're welcome.
Oh no! So,
VC powder.
Pedialyte.
Chopsticks.
so wait a second.
Pedialyte's
If the
good.
room is spinning, pro tip for everybody:
Foot down.
if you're laying in your bed,
Put down.
foot down on the bed,
Science.
on the floor, hand against the wall.
I never do the hand against the wall.
It's a
Oh,
2
fuck
point
that, man.
process.
Just get in the tub and puke, bro.
Actually, you know what? My wife invented the best.
I have way too much
Sorry.
body hair to
Finish
wash
this.
that
Go
shit
for
out
it.
later.
Get in the tub, get on your hands and knees.
Listen,
go to town.
I was the best man at
Easy
Shane's
said the
funeral.
bald guy.
I was the
I was
best man.
remembering
Yeah.
it.
So
Remember she was pissed because I wore that freaking. Oh my god!
I was the best man at Shane's funeral, and my wife. My
Was it
wife.
Shane's funeral?
Yeah, well, it's the day he died. My wife invented.
that was my cousin he married to.
Yeah, true story. Hash browns, real talk. My wife invented the
Fucking
greatest.
love small towns.
Dude, listen, you're born and inbred in Tallahassee. It's a real
You should
thing.
see his face. Looks like you're in the family now, brother.
So my wife invented the greatest hangover cure ever. You get stripped down, of course, in the bathtub, warm water. You put a giant bowl in my lap, and I just basically sit there and exercise the demons. In your head, you're like, okay, he's just chucking in this bucket, and he's naked in a lukewarm tub. But whatever happens, your body's like, I'm going to absorb that water, and you won't be so bad tomorrow. That shit works, man.
All you
'cause
think
he's-
was like Jacques Cousteau. Look.
Oh, guaranteed,
The
yeah.
otter.
Whenever I'm
He's
drunk,
got the rock on his
Whenever
lap.
I gotta-
He has the
And the
oyster.
thing is, he's already broken the seal and he's swimming in his own piss.
no, yeah.
Bush light piss. Bush light piss.
That's same
On
thing.
top of that.
That's just water.
Or it
bud.
could just be the overflow from the in between.
Why y'all bring that shit up?
Because
Wake up.
I saw it.
Wake up and
It's
show.
not-
I watched it happen.
It's not the gross. Y'all make it sound like
We're Thunder the
he
Snake.
drank a bar mat
Piece
from
of spaghetti
No,
in your
listen,
armpit.
There used to be a shithole bar that was about as big as this table called the In Between.
Yes.
One night,
Yeah.
Shane and I, Jay, 27 South members, get invited up there. A friend of ours was bartending, so we hang out. We're pouring drafts. People don't know how to operate the draft machine, so extra goes into this little thing. Eventually, it's a full bucket. It's not going through a dirty line. It's literally going into a pitcher.
That you know of.
No, it literally was in front of me. It's a beer pitcher that they're pouring the fucking head
Think
in.
they ever clean that line out?
Yeah, there's no line. It goes into the head, into a pitcher. It's like, hey, it's Bud Light, it's Yingling, it's all these beers mixed together. I was like, I'll drink that
You
shit.
basically drink a beer suicide.
Yeah, but who gives a shit? It's beer, even if it's BER.
Well, at the end of the night, how many
it's
different
fucking
beers
beer.
have you poured into your body?
Well, at the end of that night, he didn't care.
Dude, it was like it's the fucking in between. It was like Dingaling, Budweiser, maybe like Natty Light, and insert whatever the hipster beer at the time was. So it was
By
like four
dingling, you
beers.
mean Yingling or
Yingling,
Dingling?
sorry, yes.
Which
Yingling.
one is it?
Both.
It makes a
Yingling.
difference in the
I
story.
remember that night. I ended up throwing up like
I
on the
did
side
not
of the
throw
road.
because I'm a grown man.
I had to pull
Kaya,
over.
Convicted did that one time at the Beta Bar from the
no, I
freaking
would not
food
fight.
bucket.
No.
Oh,
Dude, I worked at the Beta Bar. Paid you $20 to bounce, and all you can drink Schlitz or Old Milwaukee. But
Yeah.
I'm sorry, they paid you $15. And then one time I got stiffed by the band Clutch that I didn't forgive them for almost 20 years. I loaded out all their shit, and they didn't pay us any more money.
They called me to fill in for their guitar
Oh,
player.
the fuck they did. Come
Yeah,
on,
they
bud.
did. Beelzebub. They gave me a freaking CD for the set list and everything. And the
Hey
guitar
man, you
player
want
paid-
to fill in on this shit? Sounds
Vermin,
good.
you making a run?
I'm gonna go
All right.
pee.
Perfect.
Yeah, there you go.
Well, there's
Those
10 of y'all on here
Shaggy
now. I want you to
people
tell you,
wanna
listen,
look that up.
no, there's only 4. 10 emojis.
Hey, of the 4 of you guys,
How many of y'all got tickets? Johnny Wayne?
I don't have shit.
comment yes or no if you got tickets. There's 5 people now.
Dude,
It's-
there's a
it's-
Pat Economoski.
It is escalating.
I know Off the Record is going to have one of those tables. And did you guys
Yeah,
notice, by the way, You're the first one. So look at the ticker here.
Yeah.
This is very important.
Look
It
at our
says
ticker.
Tallahassee Band Showcase.
Hell yeah. Look at that ticker.
Oh man,
The
moon.
moon. October 22nd. Titties.
Oh, yeah.
Thunder,
Titties and beer.
Snack.
Titties and snakes.
With two
That's
D's.
right.
Titties and beer.
Damn right.
First one
so
ever.
last thing I'm going to tell you
Wow.
about is how
I'm
fucking amazing is
so
this
honored.
this new rise
welcome, buddy.
in local music, right?
Fuck yes.
926 is putting on fucking banger shows.
Yep.
Warrior on the River is putting on bringing national acts out here. The Moon is like, hey, you locals, come on in here. Let me show you how it's done.
Finally, it used to be hard for
Dude,
locals to get into the moon.
I cannot remember ever seeing a local band at the Moon other than like the Mayday Parade show, and then Caleb McLeod and the Constant got to open for those cats. But it's probably because they all came from the same. We were all in that same era.
I did
And-
see Core open for Seven Dust.
Oh yeah,
once.
Shit, I would-
But I mean that's the thing is that there's
Yeah.
so now the Moon is kind of like absorbed that Floyd's vibe where it was like, hey, you guys go open for me. One of the coolest fucking bands we ever opened for in 27 South was Guar. This is, by the way, our third show
From Richmond, Virginia.
from Richmond, VA.
Got ate by a worm at a Guar show.
Guar was probably the nicest fucking national we've ever opened for, number one. They sat there and talked to us for like 45 minutes. We were getting ready to head a leg, we would do these like 3-day tours just to hit regions and try to stay in the area and stay relevant. They gave us their rider. They're like, here, this is yours. Take this. Save your money. They're giving us fucking financial advice.
Yep.
And like nothing you would fucking expect from a band that dresses up in like dinosaurs and penises. Right?
I
These
partied with those guys.
Can we start
Yeah.
doing that?
Shows.
dinosaurs and penises. So I had this opportunity to take a
Dickosaurus.
potential
Whatever it was.
musical act to open for Guar, and I was like, I don't think it would work. I would need this costume. But anyway, those guys gave us their rider, all like unopened jars of peanut butter, fucking healthy like things to eat that would like keep you alive. It wasn't
Yes.
like, hey, this is buttholes and frosting, and like it was all that stuff. We literally packed up all our shit and took it with us on the road, and like we went those 3 and 4 days. They're like, don't eat anything on the road, eat this, save your money. And I was like, Guar's fucking giving me
Oh, yeah,
financial advice.
And the same guy told me one night, he looked at me right in the eye and said, okay, I'm having fun, but I got to go find some crack and I'm going to fuck something.
See,
So-
yeah,
You know,
So
he
I-
took off, man. He fucking,
I do want to say something. I still think the coolest people that we ever opened up for, and this is a callback to Mason trying to rip the door off of Mela Sabre
oh my God.
when we opened up for Lamb of God.
Also
And
from
we-
Richmond.
also,
And we
it's the Virginia connection.
so
The fact that Randy just jumped
Randy
in.
Blythe he was like, let's go somewhere
Target.
else to drink. We took him to Bullwinkle's and he rode in my car.
And we went
But
to
he got
Wendy's.
in the passenger seat and I had to ask him to get out so I could get it back in to get into the driver's seat.
Dude, that night
I
was
literally was
amazing.
like, "Hey, Randy, I my door doesn't work. Can you get out so I can get back in?"
So that show, we opened for Killswitch and Lamb of God. It was when Lamb of God and Killswitch were opening for Slayer, and there was an off-date tour between Atlanta and Orlando, and they came to Tallahassee. Packed fucking house.
I was there for that.
Everybody in Killswitch sat there and talked to us for like 20 minutes, except for Howard, which I get it, man, whatever. Randy fucking sat there and talked to us for an hour. Chris Adler sat there and talked to us for an hour. I ended up carrying on conversation with John Campbell for about 3 years over email, just back and forth and just asking questions. Dude was straight up, like a handful of times I could tell he was drunk and responding, but it was funny. But like, these guys are already at the precipice of metal, and they still showed that they're like human beings. Adam, the bass player from Killswitch, dude remembered me like 3 months later when we went to, they opened for 18 Visions 18 Visions opened for Killswitch at Floyd's, and he was like, oh man, hey, did you ever get this figured out? And I'm like, how do you fucking remember that? But like, it just goes to show you these cats are just human most of the time. They're human beings, and sometimes they're not buttholes. And like some of the coolest people you'll ever meet Come on, Pat.
Sorry, buddy. Didn't mean
Pat, there's like
Yeah,
two,
that-
three,
I've been to the
there's
garbage.
like 6 or 7
You
over here on the
snitching,
floor.
Pat?
I've been to the
Hey,
garbage.
Pat.
I've been to the garbage twice.
Pat,
sorry to interrupt, but everybody just listening, Pat says I count 28 open cans on the table.
hey,
Good
Pat,
job.
there's nobody at this fucking table that can count to 28, so nobody can verify that. So,
As unverifiable information, and then Dick Burke
But
says, "Hey guys,
hey, you
Yeah.
guys.
Hey,
fighting Giants core,
dude, fucking love
dude,
Fighting Giants.
Dude, yeah, that band's incredible.
This
Fighting
man is
Giants is
good.
probably, and like, don't tell anybody I said this, but Fighting Giants is probably my favorite fucking local metal band.
dude.
I have to
Number
I'm
see-
one.
telling you.
Hey,
I'm
can you
telling
click on the one that says I have to see this band? What band's he talking about?
Hey Pat, let's make that.
It's
That,
gotta
that
be
Dick. That's
Thunder the
target.
Snake.
That, yeah. Listen,
Hey, the beer fairy's
Dick.
here.
Yeah.
Oh,
Anyone?
lattes.
so here's the fun thing, Dick. We have a relation. We met the original bass player and guitar player from you guys. Fuck, man.
I think I'm still got wheels on my.
Who's your boy?
Anyone?
Thanks, sir.
Fuck, Matthews.
We have both of them.
Tim.
Tim Matthews. So Tim filled in for me in 27 South on 2 or 3 occasions.
29 cans, Pat.
29 cans. Yeah.
30.
So, listen, you show up, you and anybody
I'll give you
from
31.
fucking Fighting Giants shows up, I'll buy you a beer, if not 2.
Buy me a beer.
Well, you won't be here. You'll be on.
Off the record, we'll have
Here.
one of those VIP tables.
Hell yeah.
Oh yeah.
Oh.
Oh, for sure.
Oh, you'll spend the $20 on that. They can budget that into the thing.
Hey,
Yeah, it's in the- it's
you
in
can
the
make
marketing.
it fancy and add an extra P in VIP.
Very important, PP.
Here I am, just
He's probably
fucking
gonna chuck
on the
extra $10
podcast and
and
everything.
it'll
Had
be
no
the
fucking
champagne
idea
table.
we are gonna have a table.
Cool. All right, here's the question
Yeah.
for the
All right,
off the
I'll be
record.
Mason
folks.
and Shane
You got to pick
pour
3
Pete- or, Miller on you. 'Cause it's
3 local
champagne
bands
beers.
to play a show, and don't worry about picking us. Our feelings won't be hurt. 3 local bands that you're like, oh shit, man. And if you want to bill it out as genres, go nuts. You're like, I would pick a metal band, blah blah. Or if you want to be like, boom, I just want a little bit of everything. Or if you were like, if I was doing a Spotify mix, I pick meh bands.
You talking about today's bands or bands ever?
Let's go with right now in the scene.
I would say
Because this scene is fucking
because I've
I've
kind of already I've already designed it. I would say False Chase,
Mm.
Trial by Stone,
Mhm.
Thunder the Snake.
You know what's so crazy is like I feel like great minds think
Long.
alike. If you
11,
find that yourself,
12.
you're like, holy shit, that's a show I want to go to. November 12th at the Warrior on the River. That same set's going to be there.
That's happening.
That's happened. That's a real thing. That's not your dreams became
That's
a fucking reality.
crazy.
Which
No
is weird.
way.
Which is weird because
With the
two
sound
of,
of a Harley Davidson.
because 2 of the main sponsors I just happen to work for. That
Dude,
is
that's amazing.
weird. What? Yeah.
It's
I
not-
just happen to work for Off the Record Podcast, which
and
is what
Bush
you're watching.
Light.
No.
Wait,
No, Bush
Harley
Light's-
Bush-
yeah,
Bush Light's not
Harley
sponsoring?
Davidson. Bush
Not
Light's
yet.
sponsoring.
Not yet.
It would be Tri-Eagle.
Not yet.
We're working on it.
It would be Tri-Eagle. Which, by the way, shout out to Tri-Eagle. We got our Bush Light Buck from Tri-Eagle, or a good
Nope,
friend of
you
ours
came
from Tri-Eagle.
Florida State fucked up.
Sounds good.
They do.
But yeah,
Hey Jay, how you doing?
so we have the show coming up this weekend.
Good.
And then again, November 12th at Warrior on the River.
I'm not
Also,
very good, but
all the funds go to support kids, getting kids into music, plus all the great things that's it. And all the great things
Say that again, please.
Tallahassee
Tallahassee Community Music.
If you don't know what that is, that's basically those cats that are like, hey,
Wait a minute.
you need practice space, you need X, Y, and Z, they help you out.
Yes, November
Richard says-
12th.
Richard. Oh,
Oh,
my
he's taking a
God,
shot out
that
of Jay
Kurt-
Daniels' belly button. I did that once and I fucking hallucinated.
Anybody want to take a shot out of my belly button?
You don't want to do
you
that.
don't want to do that out of mine.
If you do it out of mine, you'll get shit faced.
What about if you did a shot
Deep.
off the purple slurple? Hey, also, last thing, promise, swear to God, if we're real lucky,
Oh,
our
I'm always about getting lucky.
Oh,
Thunder the Snake.
Dick Burke said
Thunder
he's
the
taking a
Snake will
shot
have
out
a
of your
shot
belly
fun
button there, Jay Daniel.
for the stage.
Right
Big
there.
Burt.
Shot fun?
You don't know what a shot
His
fun
name
is.
explains it all.
What is a shot fun?
It is
You tell 'em.
it's a breech action. It looks like a shotgun. You take beer can, skadoosh in, close it, lock it. You go,
Pop, lock, and drop it.
and then you put it up to your mouth and pull the trigger, punches a hole in it, shotgun a beer. And it looks like a shotgun. Shot fun.
That just sounds like drinking a beer with more steps.
So it's drinking a beer with
Fun
added-
steps.
That's amateur shit.
Fun
Is
steps.
it? Where's my keychain?
Okay.
Damn it, I didn't bring it.
No,
Apparently,
you don't need a
magical
shotgun
keychain.
for that. I've seen you. Come on, man.
True story.
So-
anyway,
So let me get this out of the way.
all right, go ahead.
So
we got one more.
just for everybody that doesn't know, that this weekend will more than likely be my last
Jay. No,
show.
it is your last show.
So I'm
Taking you out of your
moving.
show.
I'm moving.
Up by me, motherfucker!
I'm moving to Maryland in January. But also the November 12th show at the Warrior is like literally like about a week before my wife is due with our first kid.
She gonna push that baby out.
So,
before that show.
little baby Jay,
little baby Jay.
I'm
come
gonna-
away.
if I can play that show, I will. But the chance
We ain't gonna let him play that show.
He's got a fucking slim chance of playing that show. It's probably 9-1.
Yeah. So this will probably be my last show. So that's
Last show
a
in
big thing.
Tallahassee
So
before
everybody
he moves
needs
out
to
to the
come out
vagina.
to the moon. Have fun. It'd be kind of like my farewell in a little way.
I get the feeling I should have
Are you
made
doing
like
right?
an R.I.P.J. fucking outro type of
So
thing.
what we
like
wanted to
sad
do was
music.
redo the Boys to Men video.
No, play the.
As a reverend, I can read him last rites.
right.
Yeah.
And play
How
Thunder
do
Strike.
I say
So- So we did an announcement on our page, and Reed put the video together, and he ended the video with the end theme to the Incredible Hulk, where the walking away.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
And I was like, man, too bad we didn't get a video of me walking away while that song was playing.
No, but you got to redo it. You got
We should do it.
I mean,
So yeah, if you find yourself in say you get a case of the Mondays and you need a laugh, you need to follow Thunder the Snake on all social media platforms, whether
for
it's
sure.
Facebook, TikTok, Instagram. We even have a
OnlyFans.
fans only. Yeah,
Yes.
we have a fans only. It's mainly Kyle's feet, but
Order-
Also,
order your
there's-
Hey, but I have great
There's a
feet if you'd
big-
like to
dude,
see.
they are provocative.
Also, there's a big
Order your
political
teacups.
conflict going on right
Oh
now.
yeah, we have
and
the
Thunder the
election
Snake.
coming up. We have the
And
election coming up.
You're either Andy Conda or Walter Moxon, and
Yep.
somebody needs to vote.
Yeah.
I'm 50-50.
We don't really know what
I
we're
mean,
running for.
Senator of Snake.
Senator Snake, representative of the Thunder. Who knows? Maybe
I don't know.
Split the office. Also, if we're being honest, I'm probably going to vote for dicks and butts because that's what America needs more of.
I'm voting for barbecue
Also-
and beer.
I'll second that.
Dicks and butts.
Dicks and butts.
Dicks and
Actually, I
butts
own both.
is what I'm all like.
a little older, so mine's starting to fall off a little bit.
Listen, dicks and butts represents today's working class man
Or woman.
or woman. If you're into dicks and butts,
Nowadays, it could be. Who knows?
Hey, we're open to whatever in Thunder the Snake.
All
You
I'm
do
saying is,
you
like,
do you.
Boo.
you
You,
into
know what I'm
whatever?
saying? Dicks and butts.
You do whatever.
The apocalypse come. Don't,
Also-
don't identify as
We
a
have
rabbit.
a very
We don't give a
in-depth question.
shit. You do you.
Oh,
Women is not including this because we know where you
women
should
is
wipe
not
from.
including this.
But men, do you wipe from the front or the back?
Ooh, shit.
Do you reach
this is a
around and wipe?
conversation.
Or do you reach through and wipe?
From the front or from the back? Where do
From
you
the front
stick
or
your
the
hand
back?
when you go
How
to
do
wipe
you
your
wipe?
ass?
As an older man,
We're looking at you 5 viewers out
eventually you got to
there.
hold your balls up to do either way.
There's 5
Yeah.
of you watching, and I don't see an answer
What
yet.
Yeah. Dick, where you at, bud? Are you a front to back to front kind of guy? You a back to sack
We're waiting.
Yeah.
or sack
Mr.
to back?
Burke,
I don't
Sack
have
to
that.
back or back to sack? Where you at?
At this table,
But I do got this one.
starting with Jeremy.
I'm a reach around guy. I go from crack to sack, and that probably explains a lot of my
You go crack the sack from the back.
Crack the sack from the back.
So you
Left-handed.
reach around
Another
and you
song
wipe
name.
forward.
Yep. Go.
Oh,
That ain't- that ain't
So
not-
here's the other thing.
I'm from the middle guy.
Last time I went.
Yeah.
with-
I'm a reach through.
I'm a reach
Oh,
through
you're
as
back.
I
well.
kind of hover like a wizard and just let it.
Ooh, but are you a stand or a sitter? I hear people
Oh, yeah.
stand up
Look, just
to
let,
wipe, and that
but
doesn't
kick
make
a
sense
leg
to
up.
me.
Kick a leg up makes a difference.
Hey, I'll
just
put
let
it
it
this
dry.
way.
It'll
Put a
dust
leg
off.
on the
Don't worry
seat.
about it.
There you go. Now wipe. There you go.
No, you can't be on the seat. You
Trying
gotta
that
put
in
it
the
on
morning,
sink.
people. Trying that in the morning.
It's got to be on the sink.
I got a
Look.
foot on the sink and a
Are
foot
we
on
getting
the
asked?
I get the feeling
You're
Kyle's
hovering
starting to
like a
move in
wizard.
here.
Like up
He's
So
gonna
if
start
I-
something new.
Last time I
This is
tried
gonna
to
be a
wipe
TikTok
with my right
trend.
hand, my whole right lat,
Thunder the Shake.
my whole right lat seized up. So I have an injury on my. You can't really see, but this arm doesn't extend.
Please don't explain how
Like
you got
Steve
injured.
Like this one's straight, this one's crooked as fuck. Look at that.
So the crooked guy, you reach.
Look at that. That's awful. Look at that.
Wait, is this legit?
That's
legit,
An angle.
look at that.
That's an angle.
No, look at that. That thing does
Oh my
not
God.
extend out.
That is a legit question from Thunder the Snake, who is into chats. How about side to side?
That's called a no wiper, and
Yeah.
those are
That's more like a windshield
Have you
wiper.
watched
That's a squat and get up and pull up and just walk away.
All right. I went over to Jackson's house the other night.
Yeah. All right.
Right. So the house.
You
he
said
bought
that
has
like an
been
hour
down.
ago.
Yeah.
So I
Rob.
had to try
Oh,
this.
that's right. You
Always a
Kinda
pleasure.
hammered.
Yeah, a little bit.
Thank you for joining us on our podcast.
We could
Yeah, I'm
yeah,
not as
like
far as you are for sure.
Oh, hey, if any of you guys are up in Richmond, Virginia, come see me at Lucky 13 Tattoos.
Lucky 13 Tattoos. If you're looking for a penis in your tattoo, there's no better place to look for. Lucky 13
It's not
13 Tattoos, Richmond, Virginia. Ask for Vermin and
Bob
receive a,
from Off the Record podcast, guys.
It's not Bob, God, it's Rob.
Rob.
Bill. It's
Lucky
Bill.
13 Tattoos,
Oh,
Richmond,
no.
Virginia. If you're looking for a tattoo with a penis involved, look no further
And they're good looking
than
penises
Vermin.
too.
Great looking penises, proper,
It's not just your average. It's not just your
good
average
dick to
penis.
ball ratio, wonderful veininess, realism at its finest. I can't wait to see you on Saturday, Mr. Rob.
The beautiful colorization of it too.
Colorization,
The nice
rich deep
pink head.
purples,
Almost looks like it
delectable
throbs off the
pinks,
skin.
3D in its nature. Lucky 13 Tattoos, penis tattoo
You'll
specialist.
want to lick it.
Stays looking wet.
There you go. Yeah.
And it's
Dix
not, even,
McGee.
it's not even tattoos. Everywhere Vermin shows up, there's a dick. That
Hey.
shows up somewhere on a wall.
You
Look,
You know, it's funny because when Vermin walks in the room, you're like, look at that dick.
He was telling me, so as he's drawing a dick on my wall, I'm like, dude, a dick, really? And he says, yeah, man. So the boss made me go mow his lawn. I mowed it into a dick. And I was like, okay, I can see this. I can see
This
this.
just in.
They left it. Let me tell you
Pat
the best
reports
thing is I
there's
had one of
30
those- I had
cans,
one of
open
those,
cans
like,
on this
paint
deck.
markers, those marker fucking things on my
Hey,
refrigerator.
Pat, I see your comments,
decided to
and
draw,
we're
like,
not here
a
for
dick on the
negativity.
corner, but use a permanent marker.
Pat, you got
30 is a
choice
nice
here,
round
bud. You
number.
got to be
Wipe
part
it
of the
off,
solution
and
or
it's
part of
still
the
there.
problem. Which one you going to be, bud?
All right, so also,
Cat's
Pat,
up to 30. Hey, I'm doing my best, Pat. I'm trying, brother.
Hey, you don't
Try.
even know. We've thrown away a bunch of cans.
and there's still 5 of us here. So 5
Homeless
of these
people-
are open.
Homeless
5
people
of,
would be rich after tonight with all these
see?
cans.
And that's why I'm just going to
I mean,
sprinkle
5
this shit
cents
all over the
times
highway
30. No, they're not rich.
on the way to work.
Yeah,
I'm
but
just
they
going
got
to
some
throw all
crack.
these fucking
You got a
cans
little
out
bit
the
of
window.
crack.
But they can
If we
get
could
a
trying to help.
tattoo as
If
well.
we bagged up all these cans just for tonight and threw them at a homeless person tomorrow, you would never see them on the side of the road again.
You wouldn't throw them at a homeless person. You'd say, "Hey, bud, would you like to recycle these?" And he'd say,
No, I would
sure
throw
would."
them at them and be like,
Spike
get
them.
off my fucking
Spike
corner.
them right in his face.
concrete and build a practice studio.
The 4 people
Probably take you
here.
about 3 months.
I'm seriously just going to throw all this shit out the window of my car on the way to work tomorrow, and that will help the
At
community.
least put it in a bag so the old
me ask-
dude
let me
can
Actually,
ask-
load it
in
up.
this area, you can just put it out by the road.
Off the Record podcast. Let me ask you this: is there something you need a commercial for that Thunder the Snake could help you with?
Please say X-Mart.
We're already sponsored.
Hey, Motor Hammer paint, custom paint.
Motor Hammer Custom Paint? Is that?
Motor Hammer
that's
Custom
sweet.
Paint. The first
do
name you think
jingles.
of when you need to get shit painted.
Yeah.
Whether it's your car, your dildo, or your neighbor's dog. Motor Hammer Custom Paint.
Or the side of your head.
Hey, so if I have a push mower,
I can paint.
Hot rod, hot bod, we'll paint it all. Motor Hammer Custom Paint. Fuck them all.
Yeah, I'll work.
You want a
I'll work
zero
on that.
turn?
Okay.
Yeah.
Off the
Van
record
Halen theme.
podcast presented by.
hey,
And
so like you guys
Heinz
talk,
Old school
Nothing.
flames on the top of your
you guys
Crispy
talked
as a
about
bush.
fishing, and at this point in time, I'm really picturing a 14-foot modified V John boat with a 9.9 Mercury on the back that is painted in a sparkly purple and gold flake paint job with stripes on it. Is that what's happening?
Yeah, it could.
No
You got-
idea is
could
too
be.
big for
You
Motor
come off
Hammer
the ass.
Custom Paint and Body.
Put
A
a,
9.9. You got to go 10.
see, I got a 26.5 mud motor. One of those that goes anywhere. That's how I catch all the fish.
You know, oddly
Is that a
enough, that's the
euphemism?
nickname for Vermin's penis is a mud motor.
It's mud motor. It's a
Because
salad
it'll go
shooter.
in
I
there.
call it the salad shooter. I call it that too.
Yeah. You know,
That or Little
it
Elvis.
tosses salads. It goes through mud. And it
This ain't nothing
catches
but a hound
stinky
dog.
fish.
Riddle me this. Vegetarians eat vegetables. What do humanitarians eat?
Same thing I do.
Vegetables.
These nuts.
It's like I said. I love babies. They stay
Very small
crunchy with
carrots.
milk.
Oh shit! You come up with the dead baby jokes. Hell yeah!
Oh, that's dark. All right.
God, you remember
Man,
when
I
Reed
love
was
black
all into
metal,
dead
man.
baby
Come on,
jokes? Reed, are you still on here? If
No,
you
it's
are,
past Reed's bedtime.
I heard an
Reed was all about.
Jake gave Reed his boat.
Hell yeah. 9.9 so you can shoot ducks.
So apparently, when you
Fuck yeah,
leave,
shoot
Wait a
Tallahassee-
second. Yes,
dude.
hell yeah, because you
It's
know what it's like to
juicy,
hunt on
okay.
Mick without trying to get a freaking.
Reed, do you remember when you always used to give us all those dead baby jokes?
Dead babies.
What was
Yeah.
the one?
Well,
what was
here's
the
the
one?
thing. Here's the thing, though.
Best way to
You know-
fertilize your garden.
He
I
shoot
got a
ducks,
really nice
but
garden.
you ain't shooting blanks because you about to have a baby.
Well,
How many babies is Reed?
I don't think Reed should have kids.
he has
Well,
a kid. BC.
Yeah, but there's
He's
no.
raised BC since
But
he
it doesn't
was
have
3.
his. It doesn't have his.
Reed's got
his-
4 kids. It's called Thunder the Snake.
Meow. So now we're 2 minutes,
God,
2
could
hours
y'all-
and 41 minutes.
just
into this. We
imagine
should
a little
probably
Reed.
close this up just for everybody's sanity. Let me take a second to remind you, Chapter 2 of the showcase at the Moon, October 22nd, with so many bands I don't have time to pronounce it.
That's at the moon?
At
What
the
up,
Moon,
what up,
the
what up?
legendary Moon, October 22nd. Doors are at 6, shows at 7. $10 gets you in the door. Use promo
And a cup
code
of
Thunder.
cheese.
If you're
Oh.
feeling real frisky, get a STD VIP table for only $20 here.
Go to
That'll be us. That'll
moonevents.com.
definitely be us.
Make sure you
And-
stop by and see the fine folks at Off the Record Podcast. Check in with them, see if they got some swag or a cool handshake to give them.
And if you guys are really feeling adventurous, there's one way to get in free.
There's
Yes.
a way to get in
Z
free, and it
Jobs.
doesn't
That's
involve showing your butthole
No,
on fans only.
you have to cheese cup the biggest fucking security guard you can find.
If you cup a
Wait a second. Wait a
That's
second.
right.
Let's have
That's
fun.
right.
So,
That's-
so
you're
because
something
you've
wrong
sat
with
here
that,
through
actually.
2 hours and 43 minutes ish,
for a refresh on
Um,
what a cup of cheese
and there's
is.
3 of you here, you know what? Like,
One of them's me.
if one of them's you, all right. So there's 2 of you here.
There's actually one person.
All right.
Promo code Thunder.
I don't know. Whoever the fuck sees this, you get a free hat if you tell me your favorite type of potato at
I
the
know.
show.
Idaho.
Fuck you.
At
no,
the show.
at the
At
show.
the
You have to
show.
be at the show.
I can't be here.
We're
Give me
talking
my fucking
Idahos.
hat.
We're talking Russets. We're talking
fuck
Golden
your hat.
Russets.
So,
We're talking Redskins.
at
We're
the-
talking Blurple.
at the show,
Idaho
if
is a
you tell
state.
me
There's an
specifically
Idaho
your
potato.
favorite
Idaho's a
potato,
state of mind.
how you like your potato made, how buttery that motherfucker is. Do you like it crispy? Do you like it with
Andy
ketchup?
Conda's looking for
Do you
potato
like
history
cheese?
and your affiliation.
Tell me about your
the
potato
number
and you
one.
get a
Oh,
free
there's
hat.
6 people watching now. If you find Andy Conda about
See,
a
we talk.
potato on the 22nd,
Oh,
Is that
it's
like one of
potato
them
time.
fetish things on Pornhub where you type in potato?
It
and
is
you
it's
never
a
know.
bunch of-
X-Ham.
My favorite potato is
Yeah.
at
Waffle House
Because you can carve those
late at
things
night
in
perfectly.
And last but
Bigger
not
the
least,
potato,
don't
the better.
forget November
Hashtag
12th
Thunder the
at Warrior on
Potato.
the River. A great show. It's bands and barbecue that are benefiting the musical shit bitch of Tallahassee, Florida.
Potato the Snake.
Potato the Snake.
Potato the Snake.
Potato.
Trial by
Also,
Potato.
All Snake.
And Falls Potato.
Potato.
We'll
Also,
be there
if you
putting
come
on a
by
badass rock and
our
roll
merch
show
booth, you
for
will
everybody that likes
Thunder
potatoes in
Snacks.
the name of. Oh yeah, there'll be Thunder
Oh,
the Snacks.
Thunder the Snacks is
If
going
you
to
can
happen.
smuggle a potato in.
You know what? If you bring me
Hands
a
free.
russet potato,
Hands free.
if you bring
All right,
me
this shit is going too far. We're
Not
not,
hiding
we're not
it.
rolling up on 3
None
hours.
of that
And
hiding in your
uncooked
fucking hoodie.
if
Taking
you
your
hit
fat
Shane
bullshit.
with an uncooked potato in the show,
So when they ask you what you got in your pants,
Do
you
not
tell them
listen.
steak wrap.
This is a fucking
you
warning
can
that is as
smuggle in a
serious as a
baked
fucking heart
potato.
attack. If you hit Shane with a
Twice
fucking
baked
potato, I would
With
wager to
cheese
say
and
you
bacon
will
and
not
all
live
that
to
good
see the
shit
next
and have
day.
toppings in your
Do
pocket.
not throw a
And a
fucking
fucking white trash
potato.
Messiah sticker
at Shane.
sticking out of it. Hell yes.
As a reverend, I forgive you.
throw a potato Shane, and you get a free T-shirt.
Holy
if
shit,
you
we
have
gotta
a-
get out of here.
you
So
have
I'm
a
gonna
dick
play the
tattoo.
new outro.
Oh hell yeah!
So the fucking 89 people that are still watching this shit,
Hell yeah!
All
see
of
the
them.
8
fucking
or 9.
minus 88,
8 or 9.
pretty much.
8 or 9. I was going to say
8 or 9.
89.
Hey, thank you guys very much, all 3 of you that are here
Yeah.
watching.
Love you.
Can't
Yeah,
wait to
on
see
it.
you October
Cheers
22nd
from all
at the
30
Moon
of our beers.
and November
On a-
12th.
Yeah, on a serious
at
note.
Warrior on the River.
On a serious note, you gotta check these guys out. They're in the fucking description. All their links are there. Go see them. You will not fucking regret
Love
it.
it.